We are live for the 2024 NFL Draft. I am ecstatic to get this underway. There has been a lot of hard work and everything that's went into this, and it's going to be a night where 32 young men's lives are changed forever. Now, we are going live. For anyone watching this after the fact, we are going live before the draft starts, so it's going to be a little bit before, we actually get some picks, and we actually have some picks to analyze, but I'm ecstatic. I am ecstatic to be here, and I'm going to go ahead and tweet out the links and everything and that variety, so let's go ahead and do all that, but guys, any questions? You guys know the deal. Fire away, and let's go ahead and get it rolling here. We got the chat already going. What's up? How we doing, Jacoby? How we doing, boys? How we doing? It's a privilege to cover the draft live, and I am ecstatic. I've got you and Pac McAfee on. They have no audio. That is a tough scene there, but I appreciate. And by the way, the thing is, I am going to say this throughout the night repeatedly, but I mean, you guys can obviously watch whoever you want, whether it's me, whether it's the NFL Network, whether it's other YouTubers. I do greatly appreciate being here, because I mean, it's, you know what I mean. So let's go ahead and share this here. Yo, what's up, Adrian? How we doing? Matthew Goat, appreciate it. Let's go ahead and tweet all this out here. Let's go ahead and get all the links going. All right, let's go here. Go Pack Go, says Envy. I'm gonna go ahead and ask everyone to like the stream, would be very much appreciated. And W Draft, appreciated. The setup, we've put a lot into the setup recently. I will say that we have put a lot into the setup. So let's go ahead, get yourself a coffee. It's going to be a long, fun night. It will be a long night. I got to be honest. Full disclosure, I don't know how I'm going to do the bathroom part yet. There's a 32-ounce water, and 32 ounces of water can only go one place. So I don't know how we're going to do that part yet, but we'll figure that out when we get there. But let's keep it going here. Let's keep it going. Man, this angle looks a lot better. Hey, I had to put a lot into the studio. So I had to put a lot into the studio. Recently. Give me Drake Maye. I'm with you. I would absolutely love Drake Maye. I would freaking love Drake Maye. All right, the drama, let's go ahead and let's see here. All right, phone down. Here we go. The drama if 49ers trade Ayuk or Bengals trade T is going to be wild. Indeed, it absolutely will be. Everyone is saying that this is going to be just an absolutely just drama-filled draft, and that's what I am looking forward to. I mean, looking sharp on the special evening. Appreciate it, Samuel. We got the shirt. We got everything. We got the brand repping the shirt. I'm not sitting quite high enough to be able to see it, but I am sitting high enough to where it's, everything's not I'm not, a foot behind or a foot, below the pictures or whatever. But Joseph says take 5 when you need it. What time does it start? 8 or 9 Eastern. It starts at 8 Eastern. I'm gonna have to get a new Ayuk jersey. That's my guy. Looking forward to where he might go. The jersey is indeed finally framed. It is indeed finally framed. What's so cool about this draft is that one trade can change literally everything. Indeed, man. It's gonna be fun. We're only 20 minutes away from it actually starting. Hold on, full transparency. Whenever Roger does announce the pick, I do have the remote here, so I'm gonna click unmute so you can hear him specifically announce it. So I'm going to ask for no spoilers while the picks are in. Obviously, we have, and I will say that I do have, I have the text here. I'm going to go ahead and flash it here. I do have this for whenever picks are made. I think we can safely assume that this one will be good, but after that, and probably number 2 for that matter, but I'll have to change it after every pick, but that's, because that's when we're going to discuss the picks. But that's going to be how it's going to go whenever the time comes. Soon all mocks will indeed be wrong. Drafts where we expect drama and trades, we end up with no movement. I remember 2015. That was the Jameis Mariota draft. Dante Fowler went number 3 overall. There was no movement at all. And I want to say the first trade, was for Melvin Gordon, for the Chargers to go up and get a running back in the first round. So you never know, man. I will say at this point, I think the first 4 picks are set with the teams, and I think there's a chance that the Vikings can just stay put at 11 and draft JJ McCarthy. Obviously, there is, obviously everyone knows that, the Vikings traded to pick 23. They want to get an extra first round pick, or they got the extra first round pick to try and move up. But if you can't find an entry point into the top 3, you can't trade up. What are you going to say? You're going to call Roger Goodell and say, hey, they're not going to trade this perfectly fair offer? It doesn't work like that. So unfortunately, it is what it is. Hi, everybody. Caleb won't be announced until about 8:20. Loving the new camera lighting, man. Appreciate it. Jayden or Maye going second. My bet is Maye. Jayden is definitely just skinny Justin Fields. No, I think, all of the signs are pointing to Jayden Daniels going number 2. He's like minus 1,000 on every sports book, which means you would have to bet like $10 to profit a single dollar, which means it is extremely likely that he's going number 2. The draft officially starts at 8 o'clock. I'm going to go ahead and tweet out the links and everything. So let's go ahead and keep it rolling here because we are live. It officially starts at 8 o'clock. Analysis is looking ready for McCarthy to be a Viking. Yeah, I guess. We'll see. We'll see our quarterback of the future one way or another. We are live for day 1 of the NFL draft. Let's go ahead and send the link. There we are. All right, let's see. I know a bunch of other YouTubers are currently live, but let's go ahead and keep it going here. As a Lion... Oh, sorry. BLG Knights, I saw this comment a couple times. Where do you think Javon Baker goes in day 2? I like Javon a lot. I don't know, to be honest with you. I think he's going to go early, mid-3rd round. Let me pull up... I want to pull up the draft order. That way we can... that way I can actually, have an idea of who's picking right around, like, that 65 to 76 area. Because I like Javon's game a lot, and I think he's kind of underrated, to be completely honest with you. Let's go and pull up the mock draft simulator on the good old PFF, as if we've mocked countless times at this point. Let's take a look here. 65 Carolina, 66 Arizona. I would say he might go to New England. New England's going to be they're going to be getting a receiver at some point to help Drake Maye. So New England's going to be in there. Why did Jared Verse drop so much? I don't know, man. I like Jared Verse a lot. I think he's a really good prospect. I think he is just an absolute junkyard dog in the run game. And I mean that in the best way. He's a great run defender. He's a good pass rusher. Jared Verse is a true first-round pick. Graded as a first-round pick. Should be a first-round pick. He's a beast, man. He should be fine. Been watching you for a year, loving the content, appreciate the work you put into your videos and ball knowledge. I appreciate that, man. We're trying to keep going. This is my first time covering the draft, and if anyone's enjoying, like I said, please drop a like. Would be very much appreciated. Helps. I know there's several other YouTubers that are live tonight, so let's go ahead. Let's keep it going here. As a Lions fan, I'm scared if the Vikings get Maye. Yeah, you should be, man. We have every weapon you can imagine. And I will say what stinks for Drake, and, obviously I am a Vikings fan, but what stinks is there's, the fact that you just want to, root for somebody's success, and, you have to have, Drake Maye is going to go to Pop Douglas, Juju Smith-Schuster, Tyquan Thornton, Hunter Henry, and it's out of his control where he was almost in a scenario where he could be throwing passes to Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, TJ Hawkinson. It stinks for him, man. It stinks. Rumor today was the Rams won in the top 10. Absolutely. I believe that. I really think there's a scenario where the Rams trade up to, I would say 9 with the Bears, depending on how the pass catchers play out. And I think that the Rams want to go up and get Brock Bowers. That is one of my takes before the draft. Let's see what else we have here. Is this the best wide receiver draft ever? Yes, I think it is. I know we may have our differences as Patriots and Vikings fans, but I wish you the best of luck in the next hour. Yeah, look, you're going to get Drake. Treat him well, but I worry for Drake's future, man. I really, really do. It's not a good situation for him to enter, unfortunately. I know it's easy to say, oh, well, he can, they'll draft a receiver in the second round, but, if I'm New England, man, I'm trying to get 4 firsts from Minnesota. That's what I'm doing. I'm saying, you want Drake Maye? Kwesi, your job is on the line with this draft, buddy. You let Kirk go. You need a quarterback. Sam Darnold's not going to be your guy. So if you want Drake, give us 11, 23, 25, and your 26 first. That's what if I am Elliot Wolf, that's what I'm saying. All right, Buck off. What a username. He says, you make good videos, brother. I'm a Rams fan. Appreciate it. I appreciate it, man. I like where the Rams are. Pat's not getting Drake Maye, bro. They moving back. I mean, Tom Pelissero tweeted like probably about 45 minutes ago now that they're going to stick and pick. It is all signs pointing to that. So I'm going to believe Tom Pelissero personally. Does Drake Maye give you Zach Wilson vibes? Absolutely not. I think Drake Maye's pro comp is a blend of Justin Herbert and Josh Allen. I love Drake Maye. Sure, there's some inconsistencies, but they're very fixable. Now, I worry if Drake goes to the Patriots that, we're going to have a year of him behind that Patriots offensive line, and that Patriots offensive line is not fixed. It's not. And I was not a fan of what the Patriots did in free agency at all. Unless the Patriots trade for T. Higgins, they worry me, man. They genuinely worry me with how they're going to go about building around Drake Maye. They could have signed more guys in free agency. They could have done a lot. Let's see here. Chris Elkins, appreciate the super chat. And of course, by the way, super chats, just natural. They're going to go first, so I do appreciate it. It is Chris's first super chat. Really appreciate the support. He says, local radio station saying Pat's trying to trade up from 35 to what pick, and for who would you think if they take Maye at 3? Appreciate your work this offseason. All right, so let's go ahead and go through the back end of the first round. The 29, we'll start at 26. It's going to depend, obviously, how the board plays out. It's going to be, did he say for a receiver? Because that's what it would be for. Okay, so for a receiver is who it would be. The Patriots have 34, 68, 103, 137. I'm not going to list the picks after that. But it would be, I can't imagine Buffalo would trade with a division rival, knowing that if somebody like Adonai Mitchell is available or Ladd McConkey, that they're just going to essentially give New England Ladd McConkey or Adonai Mitchell. Detroit would make sense for them to trade up. I don't know if Detroit would be keen on trading out just because of how close Detroit was to getting to the Super Bowl last year. I think New England is going to be in a tricky situation to move up because I don't think Green Bay is going to move back from 25 because Green Bay has 2 second-round picks, which one, of course, is from the Aaron Rodgers trade last year. So I think Green Bay is going to move up, if anything. And if they move up, I don't think the team that they would trade back with is going to want to move back a second time and completely out of the first round. Tampa, I think a pass rusher can fall to them, whether that's Verse, Latu, or Verse, Latu. Well, to be honest, I don't think Dallas Turner is going to fall to 26, but I could see Verse or Latu, mainly Latu because of the concerns with the medicals, but I don't know. It's going to be tough for New England. And Arizona, I don't think they would want to trade back considering the draft capital they have. So it's going to be a tough in for New England. Maybe Baltimore. I could see them moving up for. Wellness and such. Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it. That is one of my boys in real life. Joey, appreciate you. He's impacting lives every day, training people, getting them in better health. His name is Wellness and such. He is a PT. He's a CSCS, Certified Strength and Conditioning Specialist. I actually don't know that, but I'm going to assume he is, and Joey, don't correct me if that's not true, but he's impacting lives every day. Positive vibes. That's what we love. So appreciate it, Joey. And let's keep it going here. Bruno, what do the Giants do? Fair trade package for 3. I don't think they're going to be able to get up to 3. I really don't think they're going to be able to get up to 3. They're in the same situation as the Vikings where New England just not answering calls. Well, they might be answering calls, but they're not gonna trade out of Drake Maye. And why would they? If I were New England and the Giants wanted to trade up, I would say, all right, let's go ahead and talk here. 6-47, which is Seattle's second round pick from the Leonard Williams trade. I would say a 1 next year. And since we're gonna ask for 4 firsts from Minnesota, I'm gonna ask for at least a 2 next year, and maybe even a 1 after that. So the Giants are in a position where they can't move up either. And I know it's only 3 spots, but we're talking about the quarterback tax. We're talking about moving up for Drake Maye, who is an entirely overthought prospect. But that's all right, Joey. Keep asking the question, brother. I got you. Let's see here. And by the way, if you guys are enjoying, like I said, please drop a like. Appreciate everyone being in here. Let's see. Joseph, he's from Slovakia. That's pretty cool, man. He says, any chance New England picks Marvin Harrison? I would say next to zero. It's not even per me. Like, I'm not acting like I'm Ian Rappaport or Adam Schefter, but Tom Pelissero said that they're like 99% sticking and picking Drake Maye. Now, again, I wouldn't think that's a smokescreen 20 minutes before the draft starts, but I would imagine that Tom Pelissero knows what he's talking about, and I can't imagine that they trade out. Dan Smith says Skull, and then he says A.J. Brown extension. Oh, hold on here. So anyway, guys, I will be live for 4 hours tonight. You know, my voice, I would imagine, will probably be pretty sore by the end of the night. So you know what I got to do? I'm going to be kind of, you know, here and there. I'm going to have a little shot of honey just to keep it going. So, you know, we got to get a little honey just to keep the voice going. So I just wanted to get that out there. Let's see here. Who do you think the Jets pick? Huge fan. Appreciate it. I would say signs are pointing to Brock Bowers, but I would say I would love for them to go offensive line. Let's see here. Let's see. I hope to God the Saints draft smart this year and take O-line. I'm with you, man. I am absolutely with you. They need offensive line. The thing is my dream scenario for the Saints is a dream that would almost be living in. Wait. Was there an extension? Hold on. Was there an extension? AJ Brown agreed. Okay. So I didn't even realize that AJ Brown got extended. This happened within the past couple minutes. Hold on here. AJ Brown got a 3-year, $96 million deal. I did not realize that. Okay, so 2 years ago tonight, this is per Adam Schefter, by the way. AJ Brown just got extended. I didn't realize that. I did not realize that. So he just got extended. 3 years, $96 million. Good deal, man. Good deal for both sides. AJ gets an average of 32 per year. I know AJ has been in the league for a while, but he'll only be 27 this year. I want to say. No, 26. My point is he's young. So it's a good deal for both sides. I actually really like that signing for both sides. Are Falcons finally going to take an edge? I would absolutely love for the Falcons to draft a receiver and just go all out and basically say we are getting Kirk Cousins all the help that we can have, and we're going to ride or die with Kirk Cousins. All right, so they're just announcing the prospects on stage in real life. I saw Caleb coming out. I know the draft starts at 8. Let's see here. How's your Roseman? The best GM in the league, hands down. I like Howie, man. I really, really like Howie. And by the way, quickly, if you guys, like I said, if you are enjoying, please drop a like in the stream. Really, really helps the stream. And appreciate everyone being in here, guys. We have less than 10 minutes until the draft is officially underway. And one thing I did want to address real quick is we all, like, everyone in the world and their grandma knows who's going number 1 overall. Everyone does, right? But I think that Roger Goodell, well, this is an idea that I'm kind of tossing around here. Do you guys think that Roger Goodell says to, like, Ryan Poles, like, Ryan, man, look, like, everyone knows who you're going with, but, like, look, we got to have the money for the league. So, like, you need to drag this out 7-8 minutes of the 10 minutes allotted. Just drag it out, even within the last 40 seconds. Like, just drag it out, man. That is an idea that I toy around with. I think about. Do I think JPJ will fall to Detroit? I don't know, man. I like JPJ. I think he's way better than the 28th best player or 29th best player. But I don't know a team that would take him. Maybe Dallas at 24. I think that would be one of the best picks that Dallas could walk out of the first round with. But I got to be honest. I don't think Buffalo takes him. Maybe Arizona takes him. Maybe. Yeah, I mean, there's Jackson Powers Johnson is a beast, man. He could definitely fall to Detroit. And I will say this. If JPJ goes to Detroit and they have that offensive line next year with Panay, with Ragnow, with JPJ, with... I mean, they're loaded, man. They are loaded. Taylor Decker, of course. It wouldn't surprise me if that would kind of be the missing piece, so they could just run the ball the entire game and get to the Super Bowl. Let's see here. Thoughts on the Colts offseason? Should Ballard be aggressive today? I absolutely think he should be aggressive. And I absolutely think you have to go get Anthony Richardson a weapon. I know a lot of people, and I've even done this before in mock drafts, that a lot of people like mocking the Colts, Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean if he's there, even Terrion if he's there. But guys, I think we're actually at a real chance where either Nabers or Odunze fall. There's been a lot of rumors all day. There's going to continue to be rumors, but I think one of them will fall to 8 or 9. And if you're Indy, I think you at least have to, Ballard has to call. I think Ballard has to absolutely call and at least see, what it would cost to move up. They have 15, 46, and 82. Those are their top 100 picks. I agree. Goodell tells the clubs to drag it out. I mean, dude, I'm telling you, everybody knows who the pick is, and there's just no chance that 9 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock you're gonna see pick is in. There's no chance. I mean, everyone knows that. Let's see here. A college football channel described Bowers as a big slot receiver. I think he's more than that. I don't hate that comparison, but I mean, he's around the size of George Kittle, but he's not going to ever be the blocker George Kittle is, and that's completely fine. I mean, you cannot expect everybody that size to be the player George Kittle is. But he is, to me, either the third or fourth best receiving option in this draft, only behind Marvin Nabers, and I think it's a toss-up between him and Rome. All right, Jason, I've seen you ask this a couple times here. Let's see, I saw at least you tagged me a couple times here. Do you have JC as number 1, or what's your OT ranking 1 through 5? Funny you asked. I'm actually going to pull up my top 150 here. I'm going to go ahead and pull up my top 150. I tweeted this out last night. Let's see, I have, of course, Joe Alt 1. I have Olu 2, Taliese Fuaga 3. Troy Fautanu, I have him as an O lineman, not just just a tackle. I have him at 4, and then I have JC at 5. But I like JC a lot. Thoughts on who the Ravens will take? It's a question from Brandon. I think the Ravens, especially after trading Morgan Moses to the Jets this offseason, that the Ravens need to get younger and better at a premium position. So I think they will go right tackle. If Tyler Guyton from Oklahoma falls to them, I think that it's going to kind of be a sprint and pick in, unless either Kool-Aid McKinstry or unless Kool-Aid falls to them, or I don't think Terrion would fall that far. So I think it's going to be either Kool-Aid McKinstry or Tyler Guyton, with me leaning towards Tyler Guyton here. All right, let's keep it going here. Lions about to trade up. I strongly disagree. Let's see here. Let's keep it rolling here. Garrett Stone asks thoughts on Frank Gore Jr. Where do we think he's going? What day? And then he says he's been ranked as one of the top 5 running backs in the draft. So I personally do not think Frank Gore Jr. is a top 5 running back in this class. Off the top of my head, Jonathan Brooks, Blake Corum, Jalen Wright, Trey Benson, Audric Estime, Braylon Allen, Ray Davis, Bucky Irving, all those guys are better than Frank Gore Jr. I think Frank Gore Jr. is a day 3 pick. I would be very, very surprised if he's taken before day 3. I think he's a 7th round pick, to be completely honest. Olu's stock dropped recently. Not sure why, but the team who gets him will have a beast. I am a big, big Olu Fashanu fan, man. I love Olu. I have been a big Olu supporter, really, all through the draft process. He had one bad half against Ohio State, and people want to make one bad half out to be like, he had just like a slew or a span of 4 or 5 games straight where Olu was just getting his rear end kicked. And I went to I want to say Indiana and Maryland game back-to-back weeks last year. And I specifically made it a point to watch Olu, to see, how he played, to see his stance, to see, was he getting beat inside? Was he getting beat with power? He didn't get beat hardly at all, and I think the whole Olu thing is just absolutely insane. Take a breath before you pass out. I got you. I'm gonna take a drink here, actually. Good call. I simply will ask to, I was gonna say ask to like, because we're at 78 likes, but let's go ahead and hopefully get that up to 100 soon. And, let's get it up to 100. Appreciate everyone being in here. And the draft is about to start. Now, the only one that I will actually have here like notifications on for from Ian Rappaport from Schefter is the Caleb Williams pick. Thoughts on John Rice Plumlee? I don't really have many thoughts on him, to be honest, man. Somebody did as a joke the other day, mocking the Bears the #1 overall pick, which I thought was hilarious. What round do you think Jermaine Burton is going? I'm a huge Bama fan. Jermaine Burton, the first thing that you have to address is, I mean, the off the field. Because on the field, Jermaine is a really good player. But the whole incident after the game, and then there's rumors about him like not being mature and focusing and everything like that. So I think late day 2 is the earliest Jermaine will go. Olu being knocked for small hands to me is kind of funny. And I'll get back to that comment in a second, Joseph. But Volcano asks who is a regular. Appreciate you being in here, man. I recognize a lot of regulars. Joseph, Volcano, Ethan. There's a lot of regulars in here, man. I really do appreciate you guys' support. This is, like I said, a big night for me. Big night for the channel. And like I said, I appreciate everyone being in here. But the whole JC Latham of LA, I am buying it. I think this is a tone-setting pick for the Jim Harbaugh, the start of the Jim Harbaugh era. 222K on McAfee stream. Good for him, man. That's crazy. That is crazy. Good for him, though. I've never chatted here before, but I watch your videos all the time. Appreciate it. We are, yeah, we're on the rise, man. But that is crazy, though. Pat is, I mean, that's 200. That's, hey, we're all in here having a good time, though. Could Xavier Worthy go really high like John Ross? No. Xavier, there's a lot of concerns with Xavier's game. The thing with John Ross, I'm going to actually confirm this here. All right, let's see here. John Ross, I do want to, like, confirm this before I say this, but John Ross and Xavier, there's a big difference. I'm going to go ahead and pull this up here. Let's see here. 101 likes. Appreciate everyone. Appreciate it. We are over the 100 mark. Xavier is really thin, and John Ross was 190 pounds. So being 190 pounds versus where Xavier is at 165, 170, those 20 pounds make a substantial difference in terms of corners being able to jam him off the line, in terms of just even, you know, just simply touching him after the play. And you see that with Xavier. Xavier does not have like a break tackle ability because he is so small. I mean, guys, I am about 169, 170, and it's like, I know Xavier, obviously, like, the muscle is a lot more, you know, pronounced on him, but it's like, can you imagine me being in the NFL going up against DBs? No. All right, let's see here. As I joked earlier, if Al Davis was alive, he would pick Xavier. No, I would love that. I really would want that to happen. That would be awesome. Any offensive lineman as good as TJ Clemmings? Yeah, there's several that are better. TJ Clemmings, shout out, Brandon. Good callback. Good callback. Should the Commanders draft Caleb Williams after the Bears do and claim the right of last dibs? Yeah, that's where they should go. Foodhome.com. I watch all your videos too, even though I don't like purple. Appreciate it. How tall am I? Like 5'11", 5'5". I don't know, man. 5. Some days I'm like close to 6 foot, but I'm just, you know, Xavier Worthy is not, like, he's nowhere close to John Ross. Like, John Ross was a better prospect coming out of Washington. I know he was, you know, a draft bust, but he was a better prospect than Xavier was. Who's a surprise player you think could end up in a trade? The only two that I think could actually end up in a trade tonight are Brandon Ayuk and T. Higgins. Both are looking for contract extensions. Jacksonville would make a lot of sense, especially for Ayuk, especially after they lost Calvin Ridley to a division rival. So Brandon Ayuk going to the Jags would make a lot of sense. All right, let's see. We're waiting longer. We are indeed waiting longer. I'm actually going to go ahead and get the remote real fast. I'm just going to be 1 second. Audric Estime on my board. Let me go. Hold on here. Let me read that off here. I like Estime a lot. I have Estime. Where is he? I have Estime. I have him decently high. I do know that. I tweeted the link out last night. I got to be honest. I don't know where Audric is. I have him 103. 103 to answer that one. I like Estime a lot. 1 second here. AJ did indeed get paid. All right, we are back. All right. What are the chances of Falcons going quarterback round 1? Yeah, that was a rumor I never bought. Like, I never bought that. I never was like, that was one that just didn't make sense to me. Right now we are getting the volume up so we can have Roger announce us the pick whenever it's time. And of course we have to deal with commercials, but let's get at least the volume all the way up on the TV. There we go. All right. All right, here we go, baby. It is about to start, and all of the months and months of hard work is here. When is the first pick going? Probably 10 minutes. 10 minutes from now. Who do I think will be the biggest bust from this draft? We got to wait and see some landing spots. Best landing spot for T to me was always Tennessee. I always loved Tennessee. I always loved that spot for T. He's from there. Tennessee needs a bit. Well, it's before the Calvin Ridley, but Tennessee was always the best landing spot for me. For T. Higgins. Now, I don't know. I really don't know. Chicago doesn't have the... Well, Chicago can't because of DJ and Keenan. I don't know. I would like to actually know everyone's thoughts on where the best landing spot for T. Higgins is. The Eagles, obviously aren't with AJ and Devontae. I don't think Dallas can pay him. I mean, I don't think they would, rather, with CD coming up and then Dak and Micah. So I don't think... I don't think there's an obvious answer for T. Buffalo would be one, but they're kind of eating a lot of money this year, so I don't know how that part would work out, and I don't have, like, the contracts in front of me to, like, or, like, the spot track in front of me, but Chiefs trade Mahomes to get 1-1, my wild take. That is indeed a wild take. Tennessee is where receivers' careers go to die. That is a tough one. Have they taken Caleb Williams yet? They have not. They have not. Jets for T. Higgins, I mean... I don't know the contract situation, how that would work. I know, well, because they picked up Mike Williams as well, so I don't know, like, could the Jets even afford? I mean, I just don't think there's a clear landing spot for T right now. Indy, maybe, because they have Anthony on a rookie contract, and I know they just paid Pittman, but aside from Big Q, Michael Pittman, and DeForest Buckner, maybe Indy? Maybe Indy, and I don't think Indy would even want to do that, though. I really don't. So there's no great, like, I don't have it. New England would be the one. New England would have to be the one, by the way, to answer that. Let's see here. Do the Bears have potential to go from worst to first with this draft class? They 100% do. Yes, they absolutely do. I mean, guys, they went 7-10 last year, and the Bears they gave up 93 points in the final 6 games of 2023, which is an average of like 15.3 per game. They can absolutely go from worst to first. Atlanta for sure, and then in parentheses, I'm delusional. I like that. What do you think about the Kirk Cousins pickup for the Falcons? I mean, good for them. I mean, they, for the last 3 years, have had a very old Matt Ryan. They've had Desmond Ridder. Oh, Roger, here we go. He's coming. He's walking out on stage. Of course, I mean, as you guys can imagine, I can't share the NFL draft because that'll be a copyright like that, so I can't actually watch that. But let's see here. Who's the most underrated player in the entire NFL? I don't know, man. The entire NFL? Give me some time to think about that one. Who do I think the Bears take in 9? Honestly, I think if Rome and Brock Bowers are gone, I think their best bet would be to trade back. Here we go. Motown. Eminem is on the stage. Let's go, Big D. I'm going to turn Roger off. We're going to get back here. All right, let's see here. Booze for Roger. I'm going current trend with the Bears at 9 with Brock Bowers. I actually don't expect it. Oh, man. Apparently, Roger did challenge Eminem to a rap battle. That is very, very interesting. If Pat's preferred quarterback at 3, do they just jump on Harrison? Oh, if he's gone, okay, do they jump on Harrison? Yes. Well, no, sorry. Because they would just, like, trade out of the pick. Oh, there's Amon Ra. Amon Ra's on stage. He just got paid. Good for Amon Ra. Aiden Hutchinson's there. I love when they bring out the current, like, stars of the team. Love when they do that. The Bears are not taking Rome if he falls to 9. Then I honestly think the Bears' best bet at 9, if Rome is there, is to trade back because somebody's going to want to trade up for him. Because the Jets will take Rome if he's there. Rome Odunze in the Jets offense having Aaron Rodgers to throw to him would be just a match made in heaven. It would be awesome. Rome would be one of the best receivers in year one, like fantasy wise by far. All right, am I a fan of Tom Grossi, or is it Grossi, the Grossi Posse? I mean, I don't like. I'll say this: I love what Tom did, especially last year for like St. Jude. But like, I don't like watch a lot of other content creators. Like, so I would say I respect the hell out of everything that he did last year. But I wouldn't actually be like, man, like Tom Grossi's uploading. Like, I'm going to watch his video like right now. But I completely respect like who he is and what he does, if that makes sense. But I wouldn't be like, man, like. All right, anyway, here. Barry is great. Yeah, Barry Sanders is awesome. No doubt Barry was going to be there. No doubt. Let's keep it going here, boys. I kind of want to, like, turn the volume up real quick.
What's up, Detroit? What's up, football fans? Thank you for showing the world how we do it here in Detroit. Great job, guys.
All right, so I think the Bears are on the clock, finally. All right. Goodell still hasn't officially started the clock. Jeez. Oh, Calvin Johnson. Calvin Johnson is probably the best receiver I've seen in my lifetime. Just being honest. Just being honest. All right. Let's see here. Here we go. Here's a good question. Are the Pats so bad they are better off trading back and accumulating picks? Offensively, yes. Like, let's do this here. Let's pull up the Pats depth chart and then go a little in depth here, because I did this earlier. We were live earlier for a Q&A, but this is the Patriots' current depth chart at receiver. Kendrick Bourne, Juju Smith-Schuster, Demario Douglas, also goes by Pop Douglas, Tyquan Thornton, KJ Osborne, Jalen Reagor, and Hunter Henry. And then they have Austin Hooper as a backup tight end. So you tell me if you think any quarterback is succeeding with that. I know what I think, but Patriots free agent tracker, here we go. This is what I wanted to look up, because they didn't do anything this offseason either. So if I were to be Drake Maye right now, or any quarterback that's about to go to New England, I would be like wanting to like fall in the draft. I mean, here's what the Patriots did this offseason, by the way. Here's what they did. Let's pull up New England Patriots, and here's what they did. Here we go. They brought back Mike Nwenu. They brought back Kendrick Bourne, Anthony Jennings, Jacoby Brissett, KJ Osborne, Chukwuma Okorafor, Austin Hooper. I mean, that's not what you need to be bringing in a franchise quarterback, man. And the Bears are on the clock, baby. They are on the clock. Jim Brown, a little before my time. Barry Sanders, also before my time. So I don't want to act like that I saw either play in their prime. Although I do think Barry Sanders is the GOAT, but that's more of just like a legacy than anything, because, again, I never saw the guys play in their prime. All right, now we have to get ready to actually make this. We have to get ready here, boys. We have to get ready, because, you know why? Because we're going to have this on the screen very soon, and then we will, of course, edit it. Every pick, we will be analyzing every pick. Pick's not in yet, though, so we're going to have to take that off for the time being, because the pick is not in yet. So, and anyway, guys, while we were all waiting for Caleb to be the selection, why don't we just go ahead, drop a like, tell me how your day was, comment your team and who you think your team is going to pick. I am eager to see, because apparently this draft is going to get crazy. It is going to, like, everybody's saying it's going to be chaos. And I am eager to see the chaos that ensues. In your opinion, what would be the worst possible realistic draft for the Vikings? Probably trading. I mean, I think they can let JJ fall to them, so I'd probably say 11 and 23 for JJ, and just being honest, that'll probably happen. That's probably just how it's going to go. I mean, because there's going to be a lot of nervousness, but by the way, I have my phone turned around, like I'm not going to be checking that, because I don't want to, like, see if the pick is in. Once the pick is in, like, I don't want to know anything. I want to see it live on the screen. I have a screen obviously pulled up over here. So, all right. Panthers fans here, I'm just hoping a good tight end or center can fall to them. Yeah, I mean, I don't know about tight end, because this class is not the best tight end class, although I do like Ben Sinnott a lot on day 2. I wouldn't like him at 33 overall, but Powers Jackson, there you go. Good call on that. I love Jackson Powers Johnson. He is one of my favorite players in this class. All right, Caleb is on his phone. Hasn't got a call yet, it doesn't look like. It doesn't appear he's got called yet, so 7 minutes. Oh, wait, there's a call right there. There's a call right there. Caleb getting called right now. Hey, it's Ryan Poles, the Chicago Bears. You ready to become a Bear? All right, cool. Let's get the pick in. Let's go ahead and move it on here. Bears, I will let you know when the pick is in. Although I will also ask that if the pick is in and you guys have like Schefter, Rappaport notifications on, I will kindly ask to not like reveal what the pick is after Jayden Daniels. Well, actually, we can say probably Marvin Harrison, but after that, like, nobody knows, man. Nobody knows what it's going to be. Steelers hoping for a wide receiver, A.D. Mitchell. I love A.D. Mitchell, but there's concerns that he has, the work ethic, and then there's also concerns recently that he has diabetes. It's a whole thing with him, man. Brendan, he says, I am so glad you're streaming again. Enjoyed the hell out of it last year. Bengals fan here, hoping we beef up that O-line. Burrow is great, but he's useless sitting on the bench injured. I mean, anybody is useless sitting on the bench injured. So I would love for the Bengals to eat their vegetables before their dessert and draft an offensive lineman. I'm with you. Cerberus, my guy, Jake, appreciate it. He says, have a great night, everyone. Jake, full of great vibes. Appreciate the super chat. Appreciate everyone dropping super chats. Appreciate everyone being in here, guys. Like I said, because you can of course watch ESPN. I'm going to say this right now. I'll say this, multiple times later throughout the night. But whether it's you want to watch an ESPN, NFL Network, PFF, McAfee, any other YouTuber, you can go watch them, and you're watching it with me. And this is my first time covering the first round, and I cannot say enough, how much I appreciate everyone being here. Because, I mean, this is, guys, like 4 years ago right now. I know right now where the sub count is, but right now, 4 years ago, I want to say in April of 2020, I think I was at like 2,000 total subs, and going live for the first night of the draft was always a dream. And I just, like I said, I couldn't be done without your guys' support, so I truly, truly appreciate it. Let's see here. What do you prefer we call you? Either Garrett, FA, football analysis, anything. I mean, it doesn't matter. Just saw the frame in the background. Huge W. Appreciate it. Yeah, we've put some money into the studio recently. Oh, I didn't realize that I actually have I have a picture here cut off and I have the plaque cut off. But yeah, I didn't realize I had that. I'm not gonna go mess around with the camera to go like do that because I have to get off screen and everything, and I'm not gonna do that. But that's on me. But we want to watch with you, dog. I appreciate that, man. I really do. Let's see if I can like that. Can I heart that message? It's not gonna let me. But anyway. No more green room. More like the tropical living room. Yeah, I mean, I have it nice. I don't know. Is the pick actually in, by the way? Have the Bears, have they put the pick in? I'm actually going to check my phone for this. Just to see if they have announced it. Oh, and we have... Okay, so let's see here. The Bears were probably told to milk the clock. Who would have saw that coming? Who would have saw that coming? Who would have saw that coming? The Bears have selected Caleb Williams with the #1 overall pick. I'm going to go ahead and do this. Pick is in. I'm not going to do this for every single pick, but I want to do this just for the first pick. All right, let's go ahead and do this here. And I'm like I said, I'm not going to do this for everyone. Here it is. Here it is. All right, thoughts. Caleb Williams is a phenomenal quarterback prospect. He has been an entirely overthought prospect. Everybody says, oh, he paints his nails, he wears dresses, whatever. Who cares? He is a great football player. He has the generational highs. Now, does Caleb have some lows? Yes. Is he a perfect prospect? Absolutely not. But this is the new era for the Chicago Bears. This is the night where the Bears go from joke over the past few years, from Mitch Trubisky, Andy Dalton, Justin Fields. Not that Justin Fields is a joke, but you get where I'm going. Everything is behind them. Everything the Bears did wrong with Justin Fields, they are doing right with Caleb Williams. Now, when Roger announces the pick, we will listen to Roger officially announce the pick, but this is the start of a new era for the Bears. You gave Caleb Keenan Allen, DJ Moore. Absolutely love it. Half the comments in the Q&A are about the pictures not being aligned. Yeah, I aligned them. Are they not? I thought this one was, the JJ Watt one was, but I fixed it. It's good now, right? Or is the Jason Kelsey one a little? Anyway, here we go.
The Chicago Bears select Caleb Williams.
Here it is.
There is a Detroit shooter.
Okay. Caleb Williams. Like, it is, I mean, he is a phenomenal prospect. He is the best quarterback prospect since Trevor Lawrence. They are indeed booing Caleb. Of course, they're in Detroit. I mean, you got to love it. It's a division rival city. The division rival has the #1 pick. I mean, it's what he's going to be getting every time he goes to Detroit. They're going to be booing the hell out of him, rightfully so, by the way. I mean, look, he's a division rival, but everybody knows, well, not everybody, but a lot of people that like to get jokes in about the Bears know that the Bears have never had a 4,000-yard passer. The Bears' rookie passing touchdown record, I also want to say, is like 11 total touchdowns or passing touchdowns, and Justin Fields didn't hit 11 a couple years ago. So there's going to be a lot of records that Caleb breaks during his time as a Bear. All right, let's see here. All right, let's see. Kenny, my guy, I saw at Skull Goat YouTube. Keep up the hard work. We're watching and supporting EA, GLS, Eagles. Appreciate it, Kenny. TYFYS. Kenny. Let's see here. Here we go. Maye or Daniels. Yeah, you can obviously turn on the notifications for Schefter or for Ian Rappaport, but I think the first 4 picks are set in stone. And I'm just gonna let it play out. Like I don't have my phone on anything. We're just gonna let it play out here. Now I think that I will have to update this text to say to Jayden Daniels, quarterback LSU, but we'll see. But I do love the Caleb Williams pick. And the thing is about this stream, appreciate it, Jake. Have a good night, you too, brother. The thing is about this stream, guys, we're going to be breaking down every pick when it happens. You know, now we're getting answers. We're getting, you know, all the questions that everybody's had for months. We're going to get answers in the next 15 to 20 minutes. Now, for anyone wondering, there will be a recap so I will have a round 1 recap that I'll record like after the first round and then have that as an actual YouTube video, so you don't have to watch 4 hours of us talking and everything. But no, so it's Daniels over Maye is a mistake, says Eric. Okay. Let's see. ATL says, I hope my TV is not behind yours because I'm watching you in the draft. I hope it's not either, but I will, whenever the Washington pick is announced, we of course expect it to be Jayden Daniels. I will, like, you'll see me raise the remote and you will see me hit the unmute button and we'll see Roger announce the selection. Austin says, hot take, Williams will not be the best quarterback in the draft. I mean, he's going to a good situation. Caleb is a great prospect, and I will say this. It's going to depend on who Minnesota takes, because especially in the rookie year, guys, because I don't think whoever the Broncos take, I have concerns about rookie year. Whoever the Patriots take, I have concerns about their rookie year. It's going to be really between Chicago and Minnesota. All right. Anybody worried about Daniel's skinny frame? I got to be honest, there's a lot. I have more concerns with Jayden Daniels than I do Drake Maye. And that's why, as a Vikings fan, I was really upset that they were probably, I mean, because the pick hasn't happened yet. But that's why I was really upset that they were not given a chance to trade up for Drake Maye. I worry about Jayden Daniels because I don't think Jayden Daniels has that strong of an arm, and I worry that he's only 210 pounds, that he's going to take a couple hits, and it's, I mean, not going to be the end in 1 or 2 hits, but it's going to be a concern for Jayden Daniels all throughout his career. I would take Maye over Daniels as well. I'm going to need you to get a deal with ESPN done soon. Currently at work, switching between YouTube and the stream. Loving the stream so far. Hey guys, look, I hope you guys like the face cam. Because, like I said, we've put a lot of just resources into the face cam recently. And I would like to incorporate it more in videos moving forward. And the end goal is, I'm just going to be honest, is to eventually get a network job. Whether it's ESPN, whether it's wherever. We're going to see how this football season goes, but that is the eventual end goal. But anyway, like I said, if you are in here right now, guys, let's drop a like. Commanders only have 3 minutes left with their pick. Only 3 minutes left with their pick. Let's see. Let's keep it going here, guys. But anyway, I'm not going to give like a 10-minute analysis for every single pick, but I do like the Caleb Williams selection to the Bears. How can you not like it? It's hard not to like it. Caleb, great quarterback prospect, and go into a great situation. The only thing that concerns me with the Bears moving forward is the fact that Matt Eberflus, like, there were concerns about him as a head coach and that they didn't move on. I mean, I know the leash is a lot shorter in today's NFL than it ever has been, but that's really the only thing that worries me is Caleb's like kind of head coach situation. But from a receiver standpoint, they have DeAndre Swift, they have Cole Kmet, who I think is pretty underrated, to be honest. I don't see any reason that Caleb doesn't succeed. Just joined and better than NFL Network. I appreciate that, Spider. You again, longtime supporter. Appreciate the likes as well, guys. Really, like I said, it wouldn't be possible without you guys. Commanders, I think the pick is in. Pick is in. And again, I have my phone turned around, so you will get my live reaction. Although we expect this this pick to be Jayden Daniels. Caleb is going to a better situation than the Pats quarterback, and Pats need receivers. He absolutely is. I mean, he absolutely is. No spoilers, please. Yes, please, no spoilers. Although, like I said, we think that it's going to be Jayden Daniels. Joseph says, I don't like dumping on players, but Daniels is a bit of an older guy with the one great year. It's completely valid. I also worry about the... Like, I just think at times he's a bit of a starer. I think he's a bit of a one read and go. I mean, I know there's times on tape where he will sit back and go through progressions, but I also think at times that there's a little bit of, like, just, here we go. We're just going to make something. We're just going to force a pass. And it works when you have Malik Nabers and Brian Thomas. But is it going to work in the NFL? Is it? I don't know. I don't think so. But, by the way, that's not to say Jayden Daniels is a bust waiting to happen, but I have my concerns with Jayden going to Washington without a great offensive line. All right. Commander's pick is in. Roger is walking out to the stage. We expect this to be Jayden Daniels.
Washington. With the second pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Washington Commanders select Jayden Daniels.
Okay. It's what we expected, and let's go ahead and update this, by the way, because I will definitely forget to do this if I do not do this after every pick. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this here. Washington to Washington. Jayden Daniels, LSU. Here's where the drama starts, by the way. But for Commanders fans, it's pretty simple. I'm happy for him. I personally would have taken Drake Maye. I will stand by that. But look, you have a new head coach. You have Cliff Kings. Wait, no. Yeah, sorry. Brain fart. I like Jayden Daniels, man. I do. And now you have Austin Eckler behind him. You're throwing to Terry McLaurin. Hopefully he can get the best out of Jahan Dotson moving forward. And the thing with Jayden is he has that high floor because of the rushing ability. Now, what's crazy is I saw more slides on tape and I saw more protecting the body from Drake Maye than I did Jayden Daniels. But hopefully Jayden can get that down to the pros because he's not going to want to take many hits from Micah Parsons when they play twice a year. He's not going to want to take many hits from Dexter Lawrence when they play twice a year. But whenever you have as high of a floor as Jayden does, due in large part to the rushing ability. I mean, we saw he had an 86-yard run against Florida. It's hard to absolutely kill the pick. If I had to give it a grade, I would probably give it I'd give it a B. I'd give it a solid B. I think I am going to actually, like, from here on out, I'm going to give it, like, a grade next to it. So we're going to, I think I might just have it be like that and just go B and just go right there and just give it the grade next to it. Yeah, come on, Quasi. That was one of the comments. I'm with you. Look, Quasi, please make it happen, my man. Please make it happen. I'm just going to say this, guys. I think for the most part that I do a decent job of like, shielding the Vikings fandom. Now, I of course, like, if my team makes we beat the Bills in Buffalo, I'm going to be excited. But if the Vikings get Drake Maye, I don't want to say like explode, but I'm just gonna like be jumping out of my chair if we trade up right now to get Drake Maye. Just please make it happen. I am gonna check my phone after this here, but guys, I'm getting nervous because like there's a possibility, guys. You got to remember that the first round quarterbacks in my lifetime have been Christian Ponder and Teddy Bridgewater. Technically, I was alive for Dante Culpepper in 99. I don't really count that. I'm sorry. I don't really count that because Dante was like done by the time I was like 6, 7. I don't really remember Dante all that much. I definitely don't remember him getting drafted. So I think he's going to the Pats too. If like there's no, I don't want any leaks, guys. I don't want any leaks. Somebody said replace Mel Kiper with football analysis. I like Mel a lot, man. He's awesome. Let's see. Come on, guys. Please no spoilers. Although I think it's gonna be unfortunately Drake Maye, but I like Drake so much, and it's just. Shefty says Pats are not trading 3. That's a dagger. That is a dagger. As a Vikings fan, I'd prefer them to trade up for JJ than Drake. That's a spicy take. Oh man, I just wanted Drake so bad. No trade. Pats pick us in. Oh, please be JJ. All I can hope is that they want another Michigan quarterback. They want a winner. They want... Come on, man. This is so just sad. And it's because it's like I know it's gonna be Drake. We all know it's gonna be Drake. I don't have to look at my phone to hear that Adam Schefter's tweeting the Patriots select North Carolina quarterback Drake Maye. Am I sulking right now? Yes. But... Alright, anyway. Alright, let's see here. Mel's take sucks. I'm not going to slam another analyst. Pete Prisco, who hates the Bears, gave the pick an A-. I would give the Caleb pick probably an A, A+. I mean, I love it. I'm worried about Drake going to New England, though, man. I really am. I really am worried because there's no supporting cast. There is no supporting cast there. Do you have Keon Coleman falling out of the first round? Yes, I do. I do. I do. Oh, man, this is just devastating. All right, let's go ahead and announce the pick, Roger. Here it goes. I'm going to be tweeting after this because I'm just going to be like, yep, here we go. All right. If Pats take May, who do they go round 2? I mean, they got to go receiver. They have to go receiver. Like, if you're drafting Drake Maye, you're going all in for the 22-year-old kid from North Carolina. You got to build something around him because what they have right now is terrible. What they have right now in New England to build around Drake Maye is horrible. There is no quarterback that would succeed with what New England has right now as they make this selection for Drake Maye. There is no quarterback that would succeed in this current situation. Tyquan Thornton, Pop Douglas, Juju Smith-Schuster. It is 6 guys that have different names, but they are... Here we go. Here we go. My dreams are about to get killed. If you want to see my dreams get killed, here it comes.
They might stick and pick, but at least we're about to hear who the latest New England Patriot is.
With the 3rd pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the New England Patriots select Drake Maye, quarterback, North Carolina.
So it is the 21-year-old from North Carolina.
Alright, I gotta go tweet here. And my face does indeed fall. It's just devastating. It is devastating. Oh, man. Unlikely in today's NFL environment, but the Pats would be smart to sit May for the first year. No, they absolutely would. Oh, I got to give grade the pick here. Let me go ahead and do this real quick. All right, let's go ahead and do it here. 3, New England. Drake Maye. QB, UNC. We're going to give this... I mean, I'm gonna grade what I would grade the pick. This might surprise you guys, but it's an A. I mean, I love the player. And... I'm sad for my personal fandom. But what are you going to do? I'm happy for New England. I'm happy for Patriots fans, though. I really am. Because, I mean, to be able to have Drake Maye, good for him, man. Now, would I love some miracle 3-way trade and we give yeah, I'm just done. It's Drake Maye's gone. It's gone. It's gone. Oh, it's just like here's what I'm gonna say. It's frustrating because it's a lose for everybody. Well, I mean, technically not the Patriots because they get a quarterback that they think is gonna work out, but there's no denying whether you are a Patriots fan, whether you are a Vikings fan, whether you are a Seattle Seahawks fan, that the better situation for Drake Maye, for anybody, is Minnesota. And they have nobody around Drake Maye right now. They have nobody around him. And that's what frustrates me is you go from 11, you get 23, and you think for a month and a half that you're going to trade up to get him, and you don't. So people are saying Drake's career is over. I don't think his career is over. I mean, it's going to take some time. There's no doubt it's going to take some time, but I genuinely worry about what the Patriots' long-term plan is. Live after the Drake Maye pick. Let's go ahead and tweet that puppy out here. I just worry about... I really worry about what the long-term plan is here. MHJ probably going next. He absolutely is going next. Yeah, he absolutely is. Hardest strength of schedule, 0 weapons. May's going to have a trash rookie year and never recover from it. That is a comment. That is not my take. Although I don't disagree entirely. I hope he doesn't have a trash rookie year. Like, I wish the best for Drake Maye. I really do. But would I be lying if I said I'm not upset? Yes. Or wait. No, I would not be lying. I'm upset. I'm just leaving it at that. I'm just upset. Let Drake sit behind Brissett. Yeah, they have to. They have to. All right. Poor Caleb. He's going to be a bust from the Bears. I don't think so. Congrats, Cards fans. You will get MHJ. You will indeed get MHJ, and good for Cards fans. Imagine having JJ McCarthy as your quarterback. I mean, look, I'm going to talk myself into that one very quickly. Look, he's a national champion, 27-1 as a starter. I mean, look, he beat Ohio State, undefeated against Ohio State, by the way. So there's that. I mean, we got to cross out. We got to, as Ohio State fans, have to, cross out little M's in their bios and everything whenever it's the week they play Michigan, only for them to lose to Michigan. So JJ McCarthy is an easy sell, especially if you don't have to trade up for him. All right, let's see here. Cards pick is in. I would be absolutely shocked if this is not Marvin Harrison Jr. I think everybody would be shocked if it's not Marvin Harrison Jr. I actually really like JJ. Wish he could be a Falcon. I do wonder how Falcons fans feel. But, I mean, for the Drake Maye pick, like, look, love the player. Love the player. I don't like the team fit because of the situation currently around him. Marvin Harrison's outfit, by the way, was really nice. I liked what he was wearing. It was really, really solid. It was really, really good fit for and he had a chain that, like, showed, like, respect to his dad. It was like a chain that had, like, a young football player or like a young kid wearing, like, a Colts jersey, and then, like, Marvin Sr. wearing the 88, and then it flipped around, and it was really cool. I like it. All right. Let's see here. Trade for Mac Jones. He'd be good on the Vikings with weapons like that. I prefer not to trade for Mac Jones, to be completely honest. I would rather trade up and get JJ McCarthy. Dude, the headphones I am hot. Like, my face is red. Oh, man. All right, Higgins and Ayuk will be expensive. Lions reset the wide receiver market with Amon-Ra's contract. Oh, the pick is in, by the way. I'll react to that Higgins and Ayuk comment here in a second. But I am upset Drake Maye is not a Viking. Are you from Minnesota? No.
The Chargers are already a minute and a half into their clock.
With the 4th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Arizona Cardinals select Marvin Harrison Jr., wide receiver from Ohio State.
Maserati is about to hit the showroom floor here in the
That is an A+ pick by the Arizona Cardinals. Good for them, man. 4 years ago, sorry. 4 years ago, the Arizona Cardinals had a chance to help out their young quarterback with Kyler Murray. They had the 8th overall pick. They could have drafted a receiver from Oklahoma by the name of CeeDee Lamb. And they didn't. They took Isaiah Simmons. Now, 4 years later, they draft Marvin Harrison Jr. He is I mean, he's as can't miss as it gets. Marv, if he plays all 17 games and has less than 1,100 yards as a rookie, I would be surprised. My TV is a minute or two behind. I don't think so. If it is, oh well. But look, we're getting to it here. What is Harbaugh going to do? Trade Herbert and draft JJ? I wish, like, if we could get Herbert, I'd be thrilled, but financially it just doesn't work, unfortunately. It's not even resetting the market. It's just every player getting more and more. It's not like the best player every few years. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is it's like everybody's saying like Amon-Ra reset the market or A.J. Brown just reset the market. And because of Justin Jefferson hasn't gotten paid yet. It's fine. Like JJ was always going to get 35 a year. It's just and it's the quarterback market too. It's going to be crazy, but whenever it's CJ Stroud's time to get paid, like he'll probably get like 75 a year, just something downright insane. All right. Let's see here, guys. I kind of want to check my phone here. Let's see here. We have nothing, no trades. No trades. No trades. No trades. Okay, we are still pick 5 not in. I am eager to see. It would be crazy to see trade or anything like that. We are not trading Justin Jefferson. Yeah, we are not trading Justin Jefferson. Ayuk and T. There was something about Ayuk and T. Where was it? They will be expensive, but the Lions did not reset the market. They did not reset the market. Video game docs, nice cam, looking good. Appreciate it. Let's see here. Ohio State equals wide receiver university. More like CJ gets 60 mil a year. See, I mean, he's gonna get like when the time comes, because we're 3 years away from that. He'll get 70, bro. He'll get 70. He'll get. I mean, maybe not. He'll get a lot. Like Burrow and them just got 55. It'll be 60 or 65, 70. It's gonna be crazy. First real guess here. Indeed. It is the first real guess here. Nobody knows. If anybody's seen Sopranos, there's an episode near the end of season 1 where they say like nobody knows anything. Right now, nobody knows anything. Nobody knows anything right now from here on out. Could we see a trade up? The Chargers still on the clock right now. By the way, chat, I want everyone to comment who they think is going to go right here. I want everyone to comment who they think is going to go. I'm going to go ahead and comment here. I'm going to go ahead and say my guess, Joe Alt. That is my guess. Although we could be in the works of a trade. I want to. Is there a trade? Somebody said trade. Is there a trade? No, people are guessing trade. Okay. I think I kind of have to keep my phone on here, like to see if there is a trade, because I'm gonna need to react live to that. Chargers need receiving talent. They do, but the thing is with the Chargers specifically, I think they can go tackle first round and still have good receivers in the second round available for them, where the tackle depth is not as deep as the receiving depth. They are bleeding the clock, so maybe something is in the works. Something could be in the works. We never know. They're going with Bo Callahan. Good call. Harbaugh doesn't build teams around receivers. Exactly. And that was why I like the idea of them going with JC Latham. JC is an absolute mauler, and JC is your run blocking right tackle that you want for the next several years. I have no doubt in my mind that Jim Harbaugh would be thrilled with JC Latham as the selection. Now I'm sure, I mean, they could be on the phone right now with Kwesi, with hell, even Joe Shane saying, look, like, we want to move back, but we don't want to take JC Latham this high. The Chargers are picking. No trade. No trade. That is per Ian Rappaport. Okay. My guess, Joe Alt. That was per Ian Rappaport. My guess. I'm going to go ahead and comment it here. I'm going to go ahead and comment my guess again. I'm going to say Joe Alt. Although, prior to the draft, I thought it was going to be JC Latham. I would be so shocked if they took JC Latham over Malik Nabers, over Joe Alt. Let's keep it going here. Oh, I want to actually do the draft here, so I have it directly in front of me. Not that it's not hard to remember 4 names, but I want to have the direct in front of me here, directly here. All right, so Drake to the Patriots. Oh, that pains me. All right, let's go here. And still an A+ pick for the Cardinals, by the way. Again, we're going to be discussing every pick. All right, hopefully no spoilers, although there's been a couple people saying, the pick is not in on my screen, by the way, but All right, Lamb says, from watching back-to-back draft reviews from your channels, one of these supposedly best picks we're talking about right now will not pan out. Indeed, the draft grade videos, people love the draft grade videos. I will say, though, that, well, quarterbacks are tricky, but I would be absolutely shocked if Marvin Harrison Jr. is not a perennial 1,000-yard player in the NFL. That is, of course, assuming he stays healthy. Drake won't pan out, says Spider. Who's to say? I mean, he doesn't have a good situation right now. I mean, I hope they have a trade in the works to get either Brandon Ayuk or T. Higgins or something, because I worry for I worry for Drake Maye in that situation. All right, let's see. By the way, if you are enjoying, like I said, TV's on commercial right now, go ahead. I don't know where the button is relative to the screen. Hit the like button. Let's keep it rolling, boys. Chargers pick is in. Ian Rappaport did say they are selecting. And again, you will get my live reaction. Daniels will end up like RG3. I'm not the biggest fan of like that comparison just because of like how RG's career went specifically, but we'll see. I wish the best for everyone. Even Drake, I don't sit here with hate and like, oh man, like just because he's not playing for my team that, you know, I want him to fail. I don't want Drake to fail. Mildly surprised they did not trade back. Me too. All right. Let's see. Joseph says, is MHJ as good of a route runner as his dad was? I know he has more physical tools. I mean, I don't want to say he's as good of a route runner as a Hall of Fame wide receiver that had 1,100 receptions, but I'm also a little too young to be answering that because Marv's was played from 96 to 08. I mean, I remember Marv Sr., but I don't remember him coming out of Syracuse or anything like that, but I know he was an insanely great football player and a very good route runner that won through creating separation, but I would be surprised if he's as good of a route runner at his size as Marv Sr. was. All right, here we go. Chargers on the clock. The pick is in. I need to see Roger walk up to the stage. No, it's not yet. Not yet. Love your work. Appreciate it, Tim. Appreciate it. Really do appreciate it. By the way, like I said, appreciate everyone being here. We're only 5 picks in. What is DJ running his chops about right now? I love DJ, by the way. He's awesome. MHJ almost beat a loaded Georgia single-handedly. Yeah, that game was crazy, man. He is so good. Like I said, 1,100-yard floor for Marvin Harrison if he plays all 17 games. Floor. The hype is real. And again, I'm trying not to read the comments right now because the pick is in, and I don't want to, I want my live reaction on the screen here. Here we go. Roger is walking up to the stage. So again, please no spoilers in the comments. Appreciate everyone that just dropped likes recently. But like I said, here we go.
The championship college team in Michigan is about to make his first choice as a choice. JC, I see what you did. Thank you, brother.
With the fifth pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Chargers select Joe Alt.
Wow.
So they do take the left tackle from Notre Dame.
Okay. All right.
Slater is their all-pro, but for the moment, let's give Joe Alt his flowers.
Okay, Joe Alt. Here we go. Here's the analysis. Joe Alt, great player. He is just if you're watching with your dad, he's just gonna be he's just a good football player. Notre Dame, tough. Yeah, that whole thing. Look, Joe Alt is a great football player, man. I wouldn't have been surprised to see JC Latham be the pick. I love this selection for the Chargers. You're going to kick him over to right tackle. And here's what I'm going to say about this pick. I don't think Joe Alt is strictly a left tackle. I know there were concerns in the draft about, or at least from other, fans and spectators and everything that, is this guy actually going to be able to transition to right tackle? But guys, Joe Alt a couple years ago was a tight end and then he went to left tackle. And then now you're telling me 2 years later he can't transition to right tackle? Just 2 years after becoming an all-American left tackle at Notre Dame? No, this is a great pick. I'm glad the Chargers didn't get too cute with it. They're going to have a good receiver available for them tomorrow. And like I said, I mean, you see the grade on the screen. It's an A+ pick. Don't overthink it. Right tackle is one of the hardest positions on the field. I mean, both tackles are. It's not just left. I mean, both are extremely extremely tough positions. I mean, it's not like left tackle is a walk in the park and right tackle is, you're really tough. Both are tough positions. I love this selection for the Chargers, A+. And I know we just said it gets interesting, but I think now it gets really, really interesting. Because what are they going to do? What are the Giants going to do? Great pick by the Chargers, man. I mean, that's all it is. Great pick by the Chargers. A+ grade. Don't overthink alt. Don't overthink Joe Alt. A+ grade. Giants have 5 minutes on the clock. Are they going to take JJ McCarthy? I mean, look, the board is falling right to him. This pick, to me, has to be Malik Nabers. Malik Nabers provides an element to this team that they have not had since Odell Beckham Jr. Guys, for the past 5 years, Darius Slayton has been their number one receiver. Darius Slayton. 2019 5th-round pick. I think the pick is in. I don't know who they're going to take. Chargers are not trading Herbert, by the way. All right. By the way, like I said, please do not comment the pick. I know it's easy to look at what Rappaport tweets and just go ahead and type it in the comments. Please do not look at the pick. Or do not. Sorry, you can look. I don't really care. Just please don't comment it. Christian says, sup. How's it going? Joseph says, I'm calling McCarthy. I'm calling Nabers. I'm going to go ahead and comment Malik Nabers. Malik Nabers. That is my prediction. That was fast. That was indeed fast. Eric says, I'll break my TV if it's JJ. There's going to be a lot of TVs smashed if it's JJ McCarthy. A lot of New York fans are going to be pissed if it's JJ McCarthy. Pick is in. This is one where I think it should be Nabers, but I'm sad the Pats took Drake Maye. Me too. Me too. We all are. I hope it's JJ because Malik should not go to New York. Spicy take. By the way, like I said, please do not spoil picks because I want to get the live instant reaction here. By the way, comment who you think it is going to be. I would like to see where everyone thinks it, because it's probably going to be JJ or Malik. I think Daboll is done with Jones. But it's kind of like the same thing with Drake Maye. Like if they bring in JJ, if JJ is the pick, how is this situation any different than Drake Maye in New York? Or Drake Maye in New England? How is this situation any different? I think it's got to be Malik. Oh, my guy, Jumbo Package. Can't stay long, but leaving the stream on in the background. Appreciate it. I think Tennessee will trade down. I just don't know if they're... you got to have two to tango. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure they would love to. Here we go. Giant selection. My prediction, Malik Nabers.
With the sixth pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the New York Giants select Malik Nabers, wide receiver, LSU.
Love that pick. Absolutely love that pick. And guys, Malik Nabers he is the number one receiver in nearly every other draft class except this one. It stinks for Malik that he was overshadowed the whole time because of the son of a Hall of Fame receiver. But Malik Nabers is he's probably the best receiving prospect in the past 10 years that's not named Jamar Chase or Marvin Harrison Jr. He is that good. Giants fans, congratulations, because you have a great football player. You have a true number one alpha receiver. I mean, he absolutely destroyed the SEC over the past 2 years. Malik Nabers, A+ grade. I know I've given out a couple A+ grades so far, but he is, like I said, you can't just put in, you can't really just say how much of an impact he has on the field. I mean, there are almost no weaknesses to his game. Whether the quarterback's Daniel Jones, whether it's Drew Lock, whether it's whoever they draft next year, because I give Daniel Jones one more year, but this is a home run A+ selection for the Giants. For the New York Football Giants, I am happy for them. A+ pick. I'm glad I would have hated for JJ McCarthy had they forced that pick. Love it for the Giants. Tennessee's on the clock. Tennessee is on the clock now. I don't know what Tennessee does. Rome? They need a tackle. I mean, what do they do, man? Let me pull up I just want to pull up their depth chart. Tennessee does not need center. They just brought over Lloyd Cushenberry in free agency. So let me go ahead. I just want to pull up the right tackle because, to be completely honest, I know the left side of the line. Dylan Radins, I'm not sold on. Daniel Brunskill, definitely not sold on. If you have to, I mean, I wouldn't say forcing Olu Fashanu is bad here. I like Olu a lot. I like Olu's game a lot. Trade down to Min. I wonder if this is confirmed or if this is... We'll see. I'd be eager to see what Minnesota gives up. If that's what... Yeah, by the way, comment your prediction here. Comment your guys' prediction. Callahan's dad is a great O-line coach. I could see them going Odunze and taking a tackle later round. See, I would personally prefer them to just draft the tackle now. It's not confirmed. What? Okay, so it's a rumor. Okay. Vikings trade up here was the rumor. Okay. Once we get past the Giants, I don't think the Vikings are gonna have to trade up because I really don't think the Broncos want JJ. I honestly think that Sean Payton would prefer I think he would prefer Bo Nix over JJ McCarthy. That's just me personally thinking. Because I think he has the high floor, the accuracy, and Sean Payton, despite his contract, guys, I think Sean Payton's seat is warmer than the national media would ever lead on because, like, Sean Payton is coaching for the Waltons, and the thing is with head coaches, they still get their money and everything, but, like, the owners, if they just want to replace someone, it doesn't matter. There's no cap space for head coaches. So if they just want to say, hey, Sean, we're sick of your crap, buddy, like, they can just move on from him at the snap of a finger. That is one hot take that I have, that I think Sean Payton's job is a little warmer than a lot of people will ever acknowledge, especially because he's gutted the roster. So I think for that reason that Bo Nix and Michael Penix are higher on the Broncos board than JJ McCarthy. So I don't think that the Vikings are going to have to trade up. I really don't. All right, great pick by the Giants. They were smart and didn't go after JJ. Completely agree. Let's see here. All right, Garrett, life or death, are 6 quarterbacks going tonight? I say no. Life or death, I say no. No, because if 6 were going tonight, I think you needed 4 and 6. I think you needed 4 and 6 because what, again, a lot of people did not really discuss, at least I didn't see a lot in the national media discussed, was the possibility that 1 or 2 quarterback free falls. Because once you get past the Raiders to 13, it doesn't matter, man. Nobody's moving up. It's going to be like Will Levis last year. Doug is saying the Dolphins are going to trade up. I like the spiciness. Although I don't think they will, but I like the spiciness. The Athletic had the Chargers picking JJ. Really? Ooh, that's a tough look if that is confirmed. Raiders and Broncos reach for quarterbacks. Broncos, yes. Raiders, no. I think Taliese Fuaga would make more sense for the Raiders, personally. Would the Steelers draft a quarterback that falls to them at 20? I would be absolutely shocked if the Steelers took a quarterback. Like shocked if they took a quarterback. Pick is in for the Titans, by the way. So please no spoilers. But Malik Nabers, like I said, guys, A+ pick. I couldn't be happier for Giants fans. They deserve this. I mean, the Giants have dealt with so much just mediocrity at the receiver position over the past few years. Kenny Golladay is one of the biggest busts ever, free agency-wise. And now you get a DJ Moore type player. Malik Nabers has a jetpack when he's accelerating, and you're going to see it right away. Whether it's slants, whether it's goes, whether it's touch passes, there's not a route that Malik Nabers can't win. He's a beast, man. Pats trade for Brandon. What, Ayuk? I mean, that would make a lot of sense, yeah. Oh, Patriots are discussing a trade for Ayuk. Okay. I'm glad that they're actually going to try to help Drake Maye, if that is the case. Who do I think Baltimore takes? I think it's going to be Tyler Guyton, offensive lineman from Oklahoma. Actually, Marlon Humphrey tweeted that today, and I just replied to him, so that would be kind of cool if it actually came true, but we'll see. Kenny made the Pro Bowl and forgot the NFL existed. Who is Kenny? What am I missing? Kenny, because Kenny Pickett did not make the Pro Bowl. I don't know what Kenny we're referring to here. Now, I could be like, I just don't know what Kenny we're talking about here. Let's see. Let's keep it going here. What's up, bro? Love the channel. I appreciate that one. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Now, like I said, I don't have notifications on. Oh, Kenny Golladay. Duh. I mean, like we were just talking about. Yeah, I'm an idiot. See? So, anyway. All right. Let's see here. By the way, comment your Titans pick, and if you already know, I would prefer not to be like in all caps. Titans take whoever. I would love for the Titans to take Olu Fashanu here. Olu is my OT2, and I think Olu is a top 10 tackle in this class. Now, I think he's going to be fine. I mean, if you have a left side with Olu and Peter Skoronski, I think they're going to be good. Will asks, let's see here. Do you think the Bengals will trade up with either T or Hendrickson and a first to go get Brock Bowers, or do you think the strength of this weak tight end class does not warrant doing that? Well, Brock is a big outlier in this tight end class. Like, he's here, Jatavian Sanders is here, everyone else is kind of like here and below. I'd say Ben Sinnott's like right here, and then everybody else kind of below that. But I just think the Bengals, especially the Jets too, it's just kind of like a eat your vegetables before your dessert type thing. And that's, I know it's why I keep, like, I've said that a couple times on the stream, but take the good player, take the good offensive lineman that's going to protect your quarterback. You don't need the Bengals have a $250 million commitment to Joe Burrow. They don't need Brock Bowers. As fun as that would be, I'd prefer them to go O-line. Titans pick is in. I'm thinking it's Olu Fashanu, but I got to be honest, I don't know. I actually have zero idea of what this would be. I would pick at Fashanu, but we'll see.
With the 7th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Tennessee Titans select JC Latham, tackle, Alabama.
Okay. JC Latham will slide in at right tackle, and they have Bill Callahan as the offensive line coach, I want to say, with let me confirm this here. So JC Latham's the pick, and I mean, like I said, they have the offensive line coach with hold on here. Just let me just like confirm the coaches before I discuss everything. I don't want to mess the guys' names up. Okay, so Brian Callahan is the coach, and then Bill Callahan is the dad. Okay, so it's kind of just like, I mean, I give it a B+ because I like the potential there with Brian Callahan, or with Bill Callahan, the offensive line coach. And the thing is, you know, we just got out of the Derrick Henry era, but it's kind of like, okay, like, you know, they signed Tony Pollard this offseason. They signed Lloyd Cushenberry. They have Peter Skoronski at left guard. So are we just going to kind of go back to what we just did for the past 5 years? That's my initial reaction. I mean, I like the pick. That's not like I like the pick, but I don't know. I mean, JC is also a good pass protector. Like, I don't want this to come across that JC's not a good pass protector, because he is. I would have preferred Olu, but it's just kind of like, okay. I mean, I might actually change that grade from a B+ to a B. I think actually I'm gonna back that one down. But no, it's I mean, I like it, but it's like I just thought Olu was a better prospect than JC. Let's see. I'm gonna be super surprised if no top 10 trades. I would not be surprised if there's no top 10 trades, to be honest. I mean, let's take a look at some prospects that are available. We have Rome and Brock Bowers. You know, like if I'm the not the Titans, if I'm the Falcons here, I think I sprint in Rome Odunze. I think I sprint in. I want to. Oh my God, guys! I'm sorry. Like, I didn't mean to spoil, but I just saw who the Falcons took. And I did not want to spoil like any picks, but I mean, if I'm not gonna spoil, but oh my goodness. You can spoil, but we can't. Come on, man. I didn't mean to. Like, I have the notifications on. I was trying to go through. That wasn't intentional. But I can't believe it. I'm stunned, guys. I am stunned. I'm not. I won't spoil. I won't spoil. But I'm stunned. I compromised. I didn't mean to. Like I didn't mean to see the Falcons selection. I'm just listening at work. Let me hear it live. I will let everyone hear. I will let everyone hear. I won't spoil. I won't. But I'll go back to the Titans selection here. It's just kind of like, have you ever seen that meme where it's like the guy gets for Christmas, he gets that plaid shirt, or that flannel shirt, like that maroon flannel shirt, and then like his daughter or whatever, or grandkid, whatever, gets him a new flannel shirt. It's like the exact same one that he's already wearing. That's what I feel like with the JC Latham pick. Like, I don't hate it. It's just like, why didn't we keep Derrick Henry then? But that's kind of what I would be, just kind of like, you know what I mean? That's what the Titans pick. I'm having a parade. Wow, my TV is far behind. CJ22K says they took John Cena. Falcons pick is in. I'm not. Nobody's spoiling. Nobody's spoiling. Do not read the comments. Do not read the comments. Do not read the comments. I don't think anybody has spoiled in the comments, like outright said it's blank, but I saw the pick without meaning to. And I didn't mean to. And we'll get to that grade in a second, obviously, here. There's no spoilers. I'm reading the comments now. There's no spoilers. There's no spoilers. All right, we will hear Roger Goodell announce the pick in a minute. We will hear the pick in a minute. It's coming. Here comes Roger Goodell. I'm going to take the text off the screen because Here it comes. Roger Goodell's coming out, guys. Here comes the pick.
Whatever happened to the edge rusher? I thought that's where we were going with Atlanta. Here we go.
With the 8th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Atlanta Falcons select Michael Penix Jr.
Well, there it is. That is the
I
surprise of the NFL draft, to say the least. The fourth quarterback off the
I can't believe it, man. I cannot believe that they took Michael Penix. I give it a D. I give it a D. What is the point? What is the point of paying Kirk Cousins $180 million to take Michael Penix, who's 24 years old, number 8 overall? If you want to take JJ, go for it. You want to take a 21-year-old coming off of a 27-1 record in 2 years that just won a national championship that needs some time to develop, go for it. What is the point with Rome Odunze on the board, with Brock Bowers? I mean, not really Brock because they have Kyle Pitts, but with Rome Odunze staring you in the face, what is the point in taking Michael Penix when you just gave Kirk Cousins $180 million? What is the point, man? I hate the pick. I hate the landing spot for Penix. I absolutely hate the landing spot for Michael Penix. I'm sorry. I liked Penix a lot this draft process. I loved watching him throw it to Odunze, Polk, and McMillan last fall. I absolutely hate the landing spot for Michael Penix. Rome Odunze staring you in the face. Rome Odunze right there. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it, guys. Like, I mean, the comments are about which it's biggest shock moment in recent drafts. It's definitely up there. I mean, it's $180 million that we just gave Kirk. And you take a 24-year-old rookie. I don't really care about the injury history because it's 2+ years ago. Penix showed that he bounced back from injuries just fine. But, man, I would love to be in Kirk Cousins' living room right now. I would love to be in Kirk Cousins' living room right now and just see what he thinks. Oh, I would love to be in Kirk. This is guys. This is like an unprecedented moment here. Pick is in for the Bears. I gotta be honest, that actually really pisses me off as a Vikings fan because like the Falcons just gave the Bears Rome. They just said, "Hey, we're not gonna take him. Here you go. Here's Rome Odunze." This is almost worse than the Rodgers Love situation. Let me think about this one here. I didn't really think Rodgers Love was all that bad because like Rodgers was having declining years at 39 or 36 or whatever he was, where they didn't just give him $180 million like fresh contract. At least I don't remember. I don't think they did. And then Rodgers went to have back-to-back MVP seasons. But oh man, that's crazy. Falcons trading the Cousins back to the Vikings now. That's a funny thought, guys. I love the NFL draft. I freaking love the NFL draft, man. This is so awesome, man. But number 8 overall, Michael Penix. Woo, man, I'm glad you guys are all here to witness this because this is insane. I'm so glad that, we got to witness this one together, guys. This is awesome. This was the first pick where it's like, woo, like, let's go. Now the pick is in, and I accidentally saw it. I didn't mean to see it, and then it was like, just crazy. Let's see here. JJ is better than Penix. Some people believe it. Yeah, I can't believe they took him before JJ, who's 21 years old, and they took a 24-year-old rookie. And when they just spent the money, that's the $180 million smokescreen. I love that. Oh man, guys, the draft is heating up. The draft is heating up, guys. How far could they have traded down and still got Penix? Supposedly he wasn't getting past 13 at the Raiders. Supposedly, we'll see. It sounds to me like none of Kirk's money was guaranteed. No, it was guaranteed. Here we go. Bears. This has to be Rome, right?
Bears' second pick of the night. It's just the 9th overall pick.
With the 9th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Chicago Bears select Rome Odunze, wide receiver, Washington.
Okay, I say this as nice as I possibly can to any Bears fans watching. They are a contender. The Bears are a contender. This is a scary team now. This is the worst case scenario for any NFC North team. This was the worst case scenario for any NFC North team, truly. A+ pick, absolutely love it for the Chicago Bears. Insane. I mean, now you have Caleb. Now the Chicago Bears are a threat, guys. The Chicago Bears are a threat. A+ draft. That's. Oh wait. What did the Vikings just tweet? I don't know if I want to check this. I think the Vikings just traded up. Maybe one spot. The Vikings just tweeted, "Let him cook." I'm not going to check my phone, but the Vikings just tweeted, "Let him cook," and it was a picture of Kwesi. Did they trade up to get JJ? It's 4 quarterbacks in the top 8. They got to be feeling some heat. I would imagine the Vikings just traded up. Let's. Gonna get my live reaction of our next franchise quarterback. Want it to be Drake so bad. But now it's between JJ and Bo Nix, and it's got to be JJ. The Vikings do not have 2 picks in a row. They don't have 2 picks in a row. That would be kind of awesome if they did. To have, like, trade. Here we go. We are on the clock. It's got to be JJ. Everyone comment there. Comment who they think it's going to be. I'm going JJ McCarthy, baby. I'm going JJ McCarthy. Here we go. Vikings trade up. I believe you, by the way, for the 2 picks in a row for a minute on ESPN. I believe you there, but there was just no way the Jets were going to trade out of the first round. I completely get what you're saying. Hi, shout out Sethington, Collin, Spencer Rattler. Vikings pull a 180 and draft Rattler. We're on the clock. Trade up one spot. Honestly, good for the Vikings, though, because they know Denver and Las Vegas is right there. Am I sad that we didn't get Drake Maye? Yes, of course. But look, we still have 23. We're still cooking. We are still, you know, it's got to be JJ, though, right? Right? Hopefully. We'll see. It's got to be JJ, though. All right. But by the way, like I said, A+ draft for the Bears. I mean, you get Rome Odunze, you get Caleb Williams. I mean, look, man. DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, DeAndre Swift, Darnell Wright at right tackle. Scary. It's a scary unit. I don't know how long Keenan Allen's going to play in Chicago. Quite frankly, I don't care. They're a contender. If it ain't McCarthy, Jefferson's gone. I would agree. Okay, so the Jets get a 4 and a 5. Here it is. Vikings get 10 and a 6, and the Jets receive a 4 and a 5. I would have preferred to keep 129, but whatever. Why do we need to trade up? Just because of the Broncos potentially trading up, and plus the Jets will still be able to get somebody like Olu Fashanu. But let's see here. Let's see. By far the best number 3 receiver in the league. I don't know who that's actually referring to, by the way. But Michigan fans had no faith in JJ when it came time to have. Yeah, I'm not thrilled with JJ, to be honest. But I mean, look, it's just that the fact that we could have had Drake Maye, but like, look, you know, you give Josh McCown, you have Kevin O'Connell, but Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, T.J. Hawkinson, Christian Darrisaw, Brian O'Neill. I wanted Drake Maye, obviously, beyond belief, but can't always get what you wish for. This has to be JJ. I agree. Maybe KOC can make JJ goated. Maybe he can. All catches lead to Rome. They do. They do indeed. Here we go. Minnesota Vikings are on the clock, and the pick is in. All right, people are, by the way, no spoilers in the chat, please. People are saying Jefferson leaving Vikings confirmed. What is that about? Like, who'd we take? Spencer Rattler? Michael Pratt? Bo Nix? Honestly, I wouldn't even be mad about Bo Nix. I think Bo is a misunderstood prospect. I like his, I like Bo. Are you from Alaska? No, I am not from Alaska. All right, by the way, like I said, please no spoilers in the comments, although I would be absolutely shocked if it's not JJ McCarthy. But we'll see. All right. By the way, please drop a like. Please drop a like, guys. Appreciate everyone being here on draft night. And I think we'll be live again tomorrow. We'll see. But like I said, there will be a round 1 recap at the end of this. I'm still in shock about Penix. Yeah, I am too, man. I hate the pick. I don't hate the player. I hate the landing spot. Like, what is the point of $180 million to just say, hey, you know what, Kirk? You know what, buddy? We're going to draft Michael Penix in the first round. You know what I think is funny is the Vikings for 6 years, well, not really 2018 or 2019, but from 2020 on, it was like, all right, like, are we going to take a quarterback in the first round, maybe in the post-Kirk Cousins era with the contract? And then it's like, nah, Kirk, we're going to stand by you. And then the first pick, top 10 pick, yeah, Kirk, we're actually going to, like, that's what's crazy to me. So that is just an insane situation, man. Truly, truly an insane situation. Let's see here. What if the Vikes go Dallas Turner? I would just be like, what the hell, man? I would be genuinely shocked if it's not JJ McCarthy. I'm going to take the text off the screen here. But I'm going to go ahead and have my grade ready for JJ McCarthy. If it's not JJ, I'm not going to do anything crazy. I would just be genuinely surprised if it's not JJ McCarthy. The Vikings pick will be getting announced live on the screen here in a minute. I have the grade ready for it, if it is, in fact, JJ McCarthy. Should I flash it on the screen real quick if anybody wants to see it? Let's see here. I guess the Falcons are nervous about Kirk getting injured. Ooh. Slim Willie says, what's up? Hey, what's up? Let's see here. Yeah, the Michael Penix picks makes no sense, man. It makes no sense. By the way, appreciate everyone that's dropped a like. Appreciate it. Pick us in for the Vikings. It's going to be announced. I'm not really going to, like, rage or anything if it's not JJ. I'm just going to kind of be like, okay. I'd be genuinely shocked if it's not him. I don't really have anything more to say than that. FA, I called Falcons going quarterback, but not Penix. Yeah, like, I just don't get it. I really don't. He's going to be 27 by the time he's starting. I mean, Kirk has to be foaming at the mouth. Like, you think all offseason, like, oh, I'm going to a new team. I'm going to show the Vikings. And then the Falcons show you on the first possible instance they can, like, Kirk, actually, we're going to do that. I also hate it because of the rookie contract. Like, one of the biggest perks of drafting a young quarterback is to have him on the rookie contract and to play him and to do what the Bengals have with Joe Burrow and all that over the past few years and Jalen Hurts before the contract kicks in. And they're not even going to get to do that. So there's multiple reasons why I don't like that pick for Atlanta. That's a big one, of course. But Frank Gore Jr. at 10 would be hilarious. Honestly, I think I would just stop the stream. I would just be like, well, guys, it's been fun, but I hate this. Unmute. Here we go. Let's give it to me, Roger. Jordan James McCarthy. Give it to me. I gotta confirm that's JJ's name. I'm pretty sure it is, but give it to me, Roger. Give it to me. JJ McCarthy, baby. I'm gonna talk myself into this so freaking hard here in a second. Come on, give it to me, Roger. We have some group making this announcement. Here we go. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Skull.
20 minutes ago, here's the commissioner to make it official.
To help make the Minnesota Vikings selection, we are honored to have with us the surviving mother, brothers, and nephew of fallen hero, United States Army Sergeant Zachary Ewing. Zachary died after a battle with cancer, a cancer that was discovered after he was injured during his second deployment to Iraq.
Jesus. All right, rest in peace, man.
Him and thank his family and TAPS, the Tragedy Assistance Program.
Truly, rest in peace, man.
Which offers care to those grieving the loss of a military loved one. I'm now going to turn this over to Sergeant Ewing's nephew, Asher, who will announce the pick in honor of his uncle.
All right, Asher. Who we drafting, Asher?
With the 10th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Minnesota Vikings select
JJ, baby! Jordan James McCarthy! All right, here we go. Look, JJ McCarthy, 27-1 during his time as Michigan as a starter. Look, let's just call it what it is, guys. JJ McCarthy, he told other recruits, whenever they were thinking about going to Michigan, if you are not interested in fully winning, you're not interested in, you just want to come here to party and do whatever, this school is not for you. This is a winner. This is a 21-year-old that just came off a national championship. And look, he's efficient. All he has to be is a distributor in this offense. He's going to have Justin Jefferson. He's going to have Jordan Addison. He's going to have TJ Hawkinson when he comes back off the ACL injury. And of course, he will have one of the best play callers in all of football to help him out in Kevin O'Connell. Oh, man. Am I thrilled about the JJ pick, though? Just being honest, no. Because, like I said, whenever you have the possibility of Drake Maye, it's not fun. But Skull JJ, I guess. Jets pick is in immediately. I hope it's offensive line. I mean, they got to go offensive line. Like, they have to. They have to. I mean, they have to go offensive line, right? That would be my guess. Jets O-line was trash. I'd be kind of surprised if it's Bowers. All right, Jets pick is in. Personally, I want Bowers to Jets because Rodgers was good with Tunyon. It's going to be Bowers. Get yourself a stud like Latu for the Vikes later. Yeah, I'm eager to see what we do with their second pick, to be honest. I'd give it a B, but we'll see. Raiders have Michael Mayer. Yeah, I was pretty disappointed with what they did in Mayer's first year. I got to be honest, by the way. I killed the pick initially. The Lions pick initially when they took Sam Laporta because I thought Michael Mayer was a better prospect. But, you know, what are you going to do? I feel like I really hope to go Olu Fashanu, man. I love Olu. And, look, man, all I'm going to say about, by the way, just to go back to the Vikings JJ pick real fast, perfect situation, perfect scenario for him. And I'm going to say this. JJ McCarthy, when it's all said and done, will be the best quarterback that ever played at Michigan. Professionally. I was going to say that one there. Yeah, look, you might think that some little guy that played for the Patriots might be, but no, it's going to be JJ. 7 rings, try 8. I mean, starts with 1 this year. He's a winner. He's a winner, man. Completely kidding, by the way. You have no running game. Look, I know. I wanted Drake Maye. I know. Let's see here. Fashanu needs to go protect Ayahuasca, man. Yeah, I would like Olu Fashanu. Fashanu to me is he's still my offensive tackle too. I haven't veered off from that. I like Olu a lot. And like I said, I think he's entirely overthought as a prospect. Who are the Vikings going to be able to pick with their second pick? Hopefully, am I blazed? No, I am not blazed. I wish I was, to be honest, but no, I am not blazed. I will say that the headphones have, like, I am hot. Like, the headphones, like, they condense heat. I am genuinely hot. I will say that, but no, I am not blazed. Let's see here. As a Bears fan, JJ is a good pick. What was your grade? Gave it a B. All right, here we go.
This may be the greatest moment in my career. This is awesome.
With the 11th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the New York Jets select Olu Fashanu.
Woo! Love that. Great pick. Great pick. Absolutely love that pick. No, I mean, like, guys, here's the deal, man. Olu is... There were people complaining about, like, oh, you can't take a developmental tackle at 11 overall. But, like, here's the deal with Olu specifically. Olu is... He's fine. He will be fine. The whole, like, Ohio State game is completely overblown to begin with. There were a couple reps where Tui Maloau got him, but they were reps that would have got a lot of other offensive tackles in the pros too, not just Olu. The thing is he's going to get to learn behind Tyron Smith. He's going to get to play behind Morgan Moses as well. Neither guy, I mean, well, they're both 34 years old. I would be kind of surprised if both guys play a full 17 games next year. So if in the scenario that either one of those guys get hurt, especially with the fact that Tyron Smith hasn't played a full season since 2015, I think Olu's going to get to develop for a little bit and then step in. And we saw the Jets' offensive line last year, whether it was Rodgers, whether it was Zach Wilson, whoever, they were not good. This is insane. No defense yet. Yeah, I'm not surprised by that, to be honest. I'm not surprised by that. Who's calling what? I don't know who's calling what. Because I liked Olu to the Jets a lot, but I don't know if he's referring to me, but I'm guessing Bo Nix to Denver. Yeah, I'm going Bo Nix to Denver. Bo Nix. I will comment this. This is my guess here. Bo Nix. That is my guess. I don't know if you guys want to comment, but that is my guess. All right, so where's Brock Bowers going to land? I wouldn't be surprised if we see a trade up here soon. I really wouldn't be surprised if we saw a trade up soon for Brock Bowers, because I don't think Las Vegas is going to take him. Maybe Indy. Maybe. We'll see. You guys going to think the Raiders going to get a quarterback? No, I think they're going to go Taliese Fuaga. The Broncos aren't going to go tackle. I can't imagine that. So I think it's going to be Bo Nix. I think it's going to be Fuaga. I'm really happy we got JJ. We got to keep our second one. Yeah, me too, Tristan. Me too. I'm happy we got to keep the second one. I, of course, wanted Drake. I was very vocal about that. But, like, look. The reality is if it was 4 1s, which might have been the cost, who knows what the cost would have been. Appreciate the super chat, by the way, Tristan. Really do appreciate the super chat. But if the cost would have been 4 1s or JJ and maybe Byron Murphy, maybe Johnny Newton, I would rather have Byron Murphy and Johnny Newton, or sorry, not one or the other, not both, of course. and JJ, then I would not have a first round pick until 2027. I mean, that's a long time to go. All right, let's see here. How controversial would it be for the Broncos to take quarterback? It would not be very controversial, to be honest. But like I said, comment your prediction for this pick. Mine is Bo Nix. I would be pretty shocked if it wasn't Bo Nix. You never know if we'll keep Garrett Bowles if he wants out of Denver. I mean, I wouldn't blame Garrett Bowles if he wanted to leave, to be completely honest. I mean, he's lost his whole career just because the Broncos' last winning season was like 2016. I'm late. Apparently they took Nix. I don't know if I should check. I did say no spoilers in the chat earlier. I don't know, but I mean, I think this is going to be like a pretty easy one here. Like out of all of them, I would be pretty surprised if the Raiders don't take Fuaga, but that's just me. Drafting Nix reminds me of teams. Okay, so this is actually a hilarious comment here of teams reaching for the likes of Christian Ponder and AJ Emanuel. It was EJ Manuel, so I know where you're going with that. That's awesome, by the way. That's awesome, by the way. AJ Emanuel, I love that. All right, let's see. So I mean, like I said, the pick is in for the Broncos. People are saying it's Bo Nix. If the Bo Nix picks is spoiled, and it is Bo Nix, I would not really be like, man, you spoiled Bo Nix. Like this to me, the writing is on the wall here. Like it should be Bo Callahan. Let's see here. I'm kidding, by the way, about Bo Callahan. Colts could also go Cooper DeJean. Yeah, there's a lot of routes the Colts could go. Personally, I'd prefer them to go AR. I'd rather them go AR to help, like, develop their young quarterback. Like, I want all the weapons I possibly can to help my young quarterback out. Which JJ McCarthy has, by the way, skull. But we'll see. Do I think Ayuk is getting traded to New England for the 34th pick? I got to be honest, I have no idea at this point what Ayuk's route is. I thought Pittsburgh was a possible route for him, but I don't know. Where does Dallas Turner land? Good question, man. Good question for Dallas Turner. We'll see where the Broncos go. Like I said, I would be absolutely shocked if this is not Bo Nix here. 6 quarterbacks in the first 12 is what we are assuming here. We're assuming at least it's Bo Nix. And then I would imagine it's Fuaga. That's just the Atlanta thing. It only takes one quarterback to mess things up, and it's just Atlanta just messed it all up, man. Atlanta just messed it all up because nobody had that all-time great quarterback class. I don't know. I mean, 2 quarterbacks are going to pretty bad situations. I'm watching NFL Network right now. Rappaport is on the screen, by the way, to answer that. And like I said, guys, with all of the other, with all of the competition that there is in the content creating world, I do appreciate everyone being here, truly. Whether it's myself, other YouTubers, ESPN, NFL Network, PFF, whoever, I genuinely do appreciate everyone being here. This is my first time covering an NFL draft, and I'm having a ball. I'm having a great time, and I love being here with you guys. So like I said, I appreciate everyone being here, and we'll see who the Broncos take here. But I just love it, man. I just freaking love the draft. Like the Michael Penix, that was just like, oh man, this is awesome. I'm still stunned by the Penix pick, 24 years old, coming off of major injuries. I mean, he's not really coming off of like many major injuries. It's been a couple years, and he actually addressed that in a letter in the Players Tribune. I understand like that, but I think Penix is fine. Here comes the Broncos pick. I'd be floored if it's not Bo Nix. It's got to be Bo Nix, right?
In the 2024 NFL Draft, the Denver Broncos select Bo Nix.
Okay.
Quarterback, Oregon, 6 for 12.
All right. Bo Nix is a Bronco. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say that one actually took a while for the pick to be announced. So, let me go ahead and grade this pick here. Let me go ahead and grade this here. Hold on, let me take the chat off the screen, or the text off the screen. There we go. And then we are going to go 12 Denver Broncos, Bo Nix. What grade do we think we're going to give it here? I think we're going to give it a B minus. The thing is I like Bo as a prospect, but I really worry about the situation he's in. Denver's offensive line concerns me. Denver's receivers concern me. Cortland Sutton wants a... Cortland Sutton he was out of like the voluntary workouts because he wants like a new contract. Sean Payton, I have my concerns with. I don't think he's like, I like people want to like hold Sean Payton like on this pedestal, but like I don't think Sean Payton is like a top 3 or 4 coach. I like people like want to associate him with like Andy Reid and everybody up there and McVay and everybody and Kyle Shanahan, but I don't think he's up there. I have a lot of concerns with this pick, to be honest. I like Bo a lot, and I think that Bo is unfortunately going to... There's going to be a lot of like, oh, everyone knew, we all knew Bo Nix was going to suck, and, you know, there was a reason he was the 6th first-round quarterback. You know, how could you take him number 12 overall? But this situation is terrible from the beginning. I mean, I just don't think it's... I don't think he's going to be, like, set up... I don't think he's set up for success at all. All right, I'm going to see what other people are saying on the old TL here. I want Bo Nix to succeed, but I worry about the situation. I worry a lot about the situation he's thrust in Denver. Pick is in for the Raiders, by the way. All right. My prediction, by the way. Comment your guys' predictions. Mine is Taliese Fuaga. The pick is in for the Raiders. Go ahead and comment your guys' prediction. Taliese Fuaga. That is my prediction for the Raiders. He is an absolute just mauler in the run game. And this is, to me, just an absolute just rear-end kicker in the run game. A guy that AP, you know, Antonio Pierce wants to... Oh, I spelled Taliese wrong. Gosh, dang it. All right, let me redo that here. Taliese Fuaga. There we go. No, I mean, Taliese Fuaga is just a guy that you want in the locker room. He is a rear-end kicker, kick-ass, take names later. I like Fuaga a lot, man. I can't imagine they don't take him here. The pick is in for the Raiders. I'd give it an A, by the way. At least an A, if they take him, because him against Max every day in practice would just be, like, must-see TV. Mims from Georgia, I like it. That's spicy. That is spicy. That is spicy. Mims is an Eagle. Spicy there, too. There's only been one trade so far, by the way. Oh, let's see here. How is the run game still an option for them if they lost Josh Jacobs? Good question. They believe in Zamir White. Let's see. Here we go. Roger Goodell coming up. Make it be Fuaga. That was my prediction. Drop your predictions, guys. Here it comes.
So there's a lot on the line here.
With the 13th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Las Vegas Raiders select Brock Bowers, tight end, Georgia.
All right. So
Wow. Okay, that's Brock Bowers. Oh, man. Brock Bowers. Oh, my goodness. That is not what I expected at all. Okay, so initial reaction is just like, I mean, you just took Michael Mayer in the top 40 last year, and now they take Brock Bowers. I like the player a lot, but I'm gonna give it an A minus. I'm gonna give it an A minus, but I was absolutely guys. We just took Michael Mayer last year, and I love the combo, but holy cow, man! Like, we just took Brock Bowers and Michael Mayer in the... I mean, I never would have thought that. Like, I thought, good for the Raiders, man. They had no indications that they were interested in him at all. I thought it was Fuaga the whole time. And, yeah, even Broncos, my guy, he says, I said the wrong player, but I got this... Well, he got the school right, but that's crazy. The Saints are taking a tackle. There is no doubt about that. Let's just go ahead and look at the offensive tackles. Fuaga, Fautanu, Mims... I think I would go Fautanu for the Saints just because of the versatility that he brings. And, I mean, I'm just stunned by the Bowers pick, man. I am genuinely stunned. I like Brock, by the way. I just didn't think that there was any chance the Raiders were going to take him. The Saints have to go. The Saints have to go tackle. There is almost no bigger need in the entire draft than any team going offensive tackle than the Saints. Still a good pick, by the way. Nitro Nick said still a good pick. I agree. It is a good pick. It is a good pick. I love Brock Bowers. But I am absolutely stunned by that. Man. Shoo. And by the way, Brock Bowers he's not like your typical tight end, because he's gonna be a guy that you can play outside. You can play him in the slot. I like Bowers a lot as a prospect. I mean, there's a reason he's the best tight end since Kyle Pitts, prospect wise. He's not going to be George Kittle, though. He is a bit smaller. He's 6'3", 245. He's not going to be George Kittle in the blocking game. That needs to be remembered, of course. But you get a really good receiver, or receiving, a big receiver in Bowers. He will never, like I said, he'll never be the George Kittle, but that's fine. But now you have a trio of Adams, Bowers, and Mayer, and they also have, oh man, I'm blanking on the name here. Who is the receiver from New England? They also have him. They got him last year in free agency. Why am I blanking? I'm blanking. Jacoby Myers is who I was thinking of. I can't believe I forgot that one, but good call on the Jacoby Myers. Kyle commented that. I mean, I like the receiving core they have. I think Gardner Minshew did earn an opportunity to be able to have, one season starting. And there was no quarterbacks available at this point. So the Raiders couldn't force Spencer Rattler. They truly went best player available. They truly went best player available. And I think you have to respect that. I really do. I mean, Bowers is a better tight end prospect than Fuaga. Like I said, I like Fuaga. I had him penciled in as a Raider for so long. But that would just surprise me, to be honest, more than anything. That their defense was solid after the coaching change, indeed. They could make some noise. I don't know. I think the Raiders are going to be still around 7 to 9 wins, maybe 10 wins if they're lucky. Maybe if they're lucky. I would be really surprised by that personally if the Raiders made noise this year. But you're also in a conference where, I mean, you have to have good football players, so go for it. Somebody asked about a smaller Kelsey being Brock Bowers. I don't think their play styles are similar. I mean, they're both good receivers, but I think Kelsey is such a one-of-one receiving weapon because of the way he wins. Like, Kelsey is just, he's so unique that he's almost like a unicorn in terms of what he does on the football field. Now, let's see. Bowers to the Raiders. I thought they already had Mayer. They do. Let's see here. Raiders low-key with a dub for keeping Minshew and Aiden battle. I mean, they couldn't... the thing is, they couldn't draft Spencer Rattler at 13. Any chance Buffalo moves up, or are they staying where they are? I definitely think there's a chance they move up. There was a question that I wanted to address here. Oh, QB7, definitely Spencer Rattler. I like Spencer Rattler, like, a decent amount. To give you an idea, I think he was, like, my 80th best player on the board. I know that's, like, not going to sound like a lot, but... Let me see where I actually had Rattler, just to give you an idea here. I want to say I had him at, like, 80 area. We'll see, though. Because I finalized my big board yesterday here. I had Rattler at... Where did I have him? 79 is where I had Rattler. I like Spencer Rattler, man. All right, let's see here. How am I supposed to move on as a football fan knowing my tight end is Tanner Hudson? Oh, I'd probably pay T. Higgins, probably pay Jamar Chase, and pay Joe Burrow and hope for the best. I mean, look, the Bengals are... Like, you know how everybody says, like, you are a whatever, or welcome to whatever, buddy? The Bengals are a welcome to paying players, buddy. That's where they are as a franchise. Let's see here. You should have way more people watching. Your channel is awesome. Appreciate it, Juan. Appreciate it. Like I said, I hope you guys do enjoy the face cam. I put a lot of like time, energy, and money recently into the setup back here with the frames and with everything, and the plaques hanging here and everything, and then the camera. But we are gonna do more face cam in the future for sure. So I do appreciate that. Steven said, I was elsewhere when the Falcons took Penix. What were your thoughts? I'm thinking Cousins not healing up good. So I don't want to I have no comment on the Cousins healing up good part because I don't know. And I don't want to pretend like I know. But my thoughts was, what a waste of a pick. Like, you just spent $180 million, and the whole point of a first round, quarterback is to have that quarterback window, and they're just wasting it. Like, they're just like, nah, we're just gonna, what is the point? If Penix starts ever for him, he's gonna be 27. So what is the point? What is the point of that? All right, let's see here. Seahawks fans here. Do you think they could end up with Dallas Turner? I mean, Troy Fautanu on the board. The Colts aren't going to take Fautanu. So I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, not that they couldn't, of course. I would just be surprised. Because the Saints here, you can almost pencil in offensive line. I think it's going to be Fuaga. I would be surprised if they took Fautanu over Fuaga. Just being honest. Just being in terms of how Mickey Loomis likes big maulers. He really likes the maulers. Like, he likes the heavy-handed players. He always has a type. Oh, by the way, comment your pick. Comment your pick. Comment your pick. That is, I like doing that. This is actually like one that I actually really love doing, especially in the first round. My pick for the Saints, Taliese Fuaga. That is my pick. And we'll see when Roger gets to the podium here in a second. But my prediction, Taliese Fuaga. Jay Galvanized says, I came to the stream late. How did I feel about Jayden Daniels to the Commanders, coming from a Commanders fan? So the thing is I have my concerns with Jayden because he's he's not, his arm isn't elite, but I also have a little concerns with the frame and the durability. But I mean, it's hard not to like try and buy in with the excitement of a new ownership, you know, a new exciting young franchise quarterback, especially with Terry McLaurin and Jahan Dotson. But I do have my concerns with Jayden Daniels. I would have preferred them to take Drake Maye personally, but that's just me. Somebody says, I think they take Xavier Worthy. Come on now. The Saints are not taking Xavier Worthy. There's zero chance they take Xavier Worthy. Here we go. Roger's coming up. Xavier Worthy. Come on, guys. Here we go.
With the 14th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the New Orleans Saints select Taliese Fuaga.
Love it. Love it.
Oregon State.
Absolutely love Fuaga. Look, Taliese is related to like Penei Sewell. I mean, he's. I mean, not that like that automatically makes you a good player, but he's powerful. He's nasty in the trenches. This is, I think Fuaga in terms of like what the Saints want, what they wanted Trevor Penning to be, they're getting in Taliese Fuaga. Like Trevor Penning, I was not a fan of, guys. I was not a fan of Penning coming out of the draft in Northern Iowa. But I thought there was way too much risk there. I think Fuaga is one of the safest players in the class. I mean, I don't think he's like, you know, 2 behind Marv, of course. But he is one of the safest players in this draft class. Now, I want to go ahead and pull up my big board. Let's see where I had Fuaga. Because I thought I was pretty high. I had him at 12. I still have a couple... I think I have a couple top 10 players available. I have two top 10 players available left. They are Johnny Newton and Quinyon Mitchell. But Taliese was my 12th ranked player. Look, he's a beast, man. There's not a lot to say about this pick because it is that good of a selection. And I commend the Saints. You know, like they're in a tough situation with Ryan Ramczyk because they don't know what the future with him is. And, you know, if you can not replace, but if you can get another good tackle in Fuaga, absolutely love, and I'm actually tweeting this now, absolutely love the Taliese Fuaga selection for New Orleans. I mean, you're getting a great football player, and that's what this team needs. New Orleans needs good football players, man. They are just the epitome of. They are the epitome of. Like, let's just. You know, we're 8-9. Let's just push our chips to the center. Hopefully, hopefully it works out. Hopefully, but they know damn well it's not going to work out. No, I love it. I love it. And Nitro Nick says stud, but the Saints are still years away, and they are. I mean, I don't think Derek Carr is the answer, but you know, look, you need good football players, and this is one of them. All right, Colts pick is not in. All right, let's see who's on the board here. They're not going to go Fautanu. My prediction for the Seahawks is Fautanu. Now, my prediction for the Colts, I think we might get the first corner off the board here. It's going to be Cooper, or is it going to be Terrion? 50-50. I'm going to go Cooper DeJean. I'm going to go Cooper DeJean. That is my guess. Of course, I like everybody. I think it's kind of cool that we're doing this. Like, just comment your guess. But mine is Cooper DeJean. Good point by Kevin King here, corner for the Packers. He says, Andres Pete, Ryan Ramczyk, Cesar Ruiz, well, mainly with Pete and Ramczyk. Cesar's, hit or miss, but no, they're solid. Predicting a trade. Oh, by the way, I saw a comment earlier. I wanted to address it. Where was it here? Hold on. Love your channel, dude. I appreciate it, Connor. Really do. I will appreciate it. My feed is way behind you. Goodell just walking out for me. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to spoil, but let's see here. The theme of this year's draft is don't overthink it. Apparently the Falcons didn't get the memo. Yeah, that's crazy. Let's see. How do you feel about the project that New England has to take on with Drake Maye? By the way, you're one of the best at covering the draft. Appreciate it. I hope they have a plan. Like I said, I absolutely hated what they did this offseason. Hated it. And now you're going to take a quarterback that, I mean, obviously the ceiling is there with Drake. Everyone knows the ceiling is there with Drake. But what is the point of taking him if... I'm not going to go through the weapons again. We all know who they are. We've read it a bunch of times. I've said it a bunch of times. The weapons suck. I'm sorry, the weapons suck in New England. They do. And... I hope they trade for T. Higgins or Brandon Ayuk, preferably T. Higgins. That way Drake at least has a security blanket to go to in year one. That would be my guess. All right, like I said, my guess, by the way, for Indy is Cooper DeJean. I saw a comment, where was it? It was, can you talk me into Michael Penix as a Falcons fan? He's a good player. It's just... you're kind of going for, you're going for a Super Bowl window, and you take I just don't get it. Rome Odunze was staring you in the face. I don't get it. But anyway, this is the last thing I'll say about Taliese Fuaga, because again, there will be a round one recap at the end that I'm gonna eventually cut the stream off, of course, because we're not gonna stream till 3 a.m, but I will do a round one recap, which I'm looking forward to. Oh, my guy Sammy's in here. What's he up to? I see him somewhere. There he is. Who should the Steelers draft? There he is, my guy Sammy. I think they should go Amarius. Well, Amarius would be nice. I mean, you could have Broderick and Amarius. The pick is in for Indy, by the way. I also wouldn't hate Brian Thomas Jr. I like Brian Thomas Jr. a lot, by the way. I like him a lot. Hold on here. Let me move my mouse around here. There we go. All right, we are back. I legit feel bad for Drake Maye. New England needs a ton of help, and he's going to be thrown to the Wolves. Yeah, he is. He is. That's why I wanted my team to get him. All right, like I said, everyone guess your picks. Mine is Cooper DeJean for the Colts. That is my guess for Indy. Cooper DeJean. Are you doing a day 2 stream? I don't know. Would you guys want it? Would you guys be interested in a day 2 stream? Probably. People are guessing Brian Thomas Jr. for the Colts. I like it. I would like Brian Thomas Jr. People are guessing Dallas Turner. We'll see. We'll see on the day 2 stream. We'll see. Arnold from Alabama. I went Cooper DeJean here. That was my selection. Although I would not be opposed to them taking Brian Thomas Jr. because I am always an advocate to help out your young quarterback, especially one with Anthony Richardson who had accuracy concerns during his time at Florida. So we'll see. He has a washed juju. Yeah, good for Drake Maye, man. I just don't like that. Oh, that is true. The Vikings are coming up. What do they do at 23? Man, if they get Byron Murphy, Johnny Newton, I would be thrilled with that. Here we go. Here comes old Roger. Here we go.
With the 15th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Indianapolis Colts select Laiatu Latu, defensive end, UCLA.
Okay. Good for Latu, man. Good for Latu, man. That's awesome. I like Latu. I liked him a lot as a prospect, and there were concerns with his medicals, so I'm glad to see. First off, I'm glad to see that check out. I like Latu a lot, and I mean, he is. I'm gonna give it an A because Indy obviously feels comfortable with their medicals with Latu, which was a big one. And not only that, but we're in a situation now. I'm going to pull up the defensive line to make sure I'm not forgetting anybody. Of course, we know about Defo, and of course, we know about Kwity Paye. But, I mean, guys, now we're entering a defensive line. I'm forgetting who is it. Is it Grover Stewart? No, not Grover. It's Samson Ebukam. That was what I was forgetting. The other one. No, I mean, like, it's just a good pass rushing defensive line, man. I mean, you have to get after CJ Stroud. You have to get after Trevor Lawrence. Why not go after the pass rush? I mean, I know they still need secondary help, but if you have to get after the quarterback no matter what, why not shorten the time that the secondary has to cover? So, I like it. I like it a lot. I give it an A. Philly trading up to get Quinyon Mitchell. Did they trade? Did Philly trade? Or is that just like speculation? Is that just speculation? By the way, if everyone in here could drop a like right now, get the likes up, would appreciate it. Appreciate everyone being in here. And, let's keep it going here, guys. Let's keep it going. I'm a Colts fan. I hate the pick. I like it, man. I really like it. But I'm a big fan of Latu. I mean, look, you're getting Latu in a situation where he doesn't have to be the number one guy. Defoe's going to be there. Quity's going to be on the other side. Now, Quity, I have my concerns about as a pass rusher, but Ebukam, I like. I think it's a good situation for him to succeed in. I will stand that I give it an A, and I like the Latu pick, and I wouldn't be surprised at all if Laiatu has, say, 7 sacks as a rookie. I wouldn't be surprised at all. And if you're taking him number 15 overall, then you cleared the medical. Like, if there was any concerns with Latu's medical, let's just call it what it is. They would not have taken him 15 overall. What do I think about versus Minnesota? I would love it. All right, now guys, I've been talking. We've been on stream for 2 hours, so give me 1 sec. Gotta get the honey, keep the throat. I'm gonna be doing this for a couple more hours. You know what I'm saying? You gotta. I wonder if streamers are gonna take it, or other YouTubers are gonna take a play out of this playbook. You gotta keep the honey on deck. Let's keep it going here. Was that weird? Probably, but. You gotta, I'm a football guy. You gotta keep the honey on deck. Honey shots, exactly. You gotta keep the throat going. So you gotta. Anyway, we'll keep it going here. I love Latu, by the way. All right. What's the best day to start fantasy football? Like late August. No, but anyway, no, man. Like I said, Latu is a technician. He's not gonna be a true power guy. And he's not going to... You're not going to see clips of Latu absolutely just pushing Bernard Ryman back in camp. You're not going to see that. You're not going to see him... Ryman's not going to get pushed down, but Latu has an absolute tool bag of moves. And you're not... Like, you have to remember that you're not just in the AFC South with CJ Stroud or Trevor Lawrence. If your end goal is to eventually, get to a Super Bowl or win a Super Bowl, which it of course is... You're going to have to deal with Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow and everybody else, Justin Herbert. You got to have pass rush. So I like the selection. And as far as I am concerned, they didn't make this pick with any concerns with his medical. And that's why I give it an A. Because, again, the Colts obviously have way more access to the medicals than anybody that is analyzing this pick has access to the medicals. They have way more access to. So that's why I like it. All right, interesting to see how much Dallas Turner will drop. All right, let's see here. What is more helpful in your opinion, honey shots or honey packets? I mean, I like the honey. Like, look, just straight out the bottle, little 2-pound bottle, But anyway, enough with the honey. If I need it again later to, to keep it going, I will. But we're good for now. I'm happy that the Colts got Latu though, man. I like him a lot, and. See here. I can't remember a draft where the first pass rusher went 15th. I mean, this pass rush class, like, what also has to be remembered is Latu is not, like, don't expect him to have a Micah Parsons year 1 or anything like that. I know Parsons went 11 or 12 because Fields went 11. 12, and then Latu's going 15, so don't expect just because, like, there's only a 3-pick difference to have that type of impact, but I like Latu, man. I really do. All right, let's see here. Yeah, they're actually on the screen right now. This is the most consecutive offensive players by far. 2021 was the previous record, and that was only 7. This is actually on the screen right now on NFL Network. All right, let's see here. Who is the best speed/power rusher left? So power is going to be Verse. Verse is going to be your best power guy. I'd say Turner is kind of an all-around. I like Turner a lot. Speed, I would probably say Chop Robinson, although Chop's kind of a jack of all trades. Yeah, probably. I mean, like within reason, by the way, because I'm not gonna say like somebody that's like a 6th round pick or anything. You know what I mean? Like that's just like a height, weight, speed guy. But no, it's. I would say Chop would be. Who should Philly take? Oh, the pick is in for the Seahawks. We'll get to Philly in a second, but my prediction, by the way, flexing his Costco honey. I actually have a friend that's an apiary is what they're called. And this is actually like my friend's local honey, so it is not Costco honey. But let's see here. I just recommend honey, by the way. It's really good. All right, anyway, my prediction, by the way, I'm going to go ahead and type it in here. Seattle, I hope. I mean, they have the connection here and everything. I am hoping. Troy Fautanu. Wait, why is it not typing? Why are we not typing? There we go. Troy Fautanu. Troy Fautanu is my guess. That's got to be the. I'd be kind of surprised if it's not Troy Fautanu, to be completely honest with you. I like Fautanu a lot, man. He is a dog. He is a beast. And the Seahawks offensive coordinator actually comes from, Washington, University of Washington. I don't know why I was struggling there for a second. No, he comes from the University of Washington. So I think he makes too much sense for him. All right, let's see here. Murphy, Eagles, Micah Turner, Mitchell. What team do you think will trade up next? I don't know. Dallas Turner. Some people are guessing Dallas Turner. Surprised Seattle didn't trade back. Yeah, Seattle trading back would have been nice. Super chat. What do we got here? 1-up. Appreciate it, Dante. Appreciate it, my man. I like the emoji or the 1-up. I got to be honest. I don't know what that is. I'm a bit of a dummy when it comes to that, but I do appreciate it, Dante. Appreciate the super chat. Appreciate everyone that's in here right now. Really do. Really, really do. All right. Where do you think Chop will land because of Atlanta's pick? I don't think Chop Robinson was going to number 8, so I'm not sure what Atlanta has to do with that. But Chop at this point, Detroit makes a lot of sense. Tampa Bay makes a lot of sense. We'll see though. Why is Dallas falling? The reason Dallas is falling is because this pass rush class isn't that good. Now, it does look like a hungry hippo. It does look like a hungry hippo. That is awesome. But no, the thing is, this pass rush class isn't that good. Now, whenever Atlanta was on the clock, if they would have taken Dallas, I'd have been like, okay, good pick. But if Rome was right there like he was, I still would have preferred Rome to Dallas, at least from a overall talent standpoint. But that's kind of why Dallas Turner's falling, is because this pass rush class is not all that good. To give you an idea, I want to see here where I had Dallas. Where did I have Big D? I'm actually going to tweet out the link that we are live here. I just want to go ahead and tweet out the 2024 NFL Draft live. Like I said, appreciate everyone being in here, by the way, because it is a ball of a time. Yo, this is from Dane. I like the yo. If I'm not gonna lie, if you say yo at the start, I am gonna look. You've been listening to your channel for at least a few years now. Loving the draft coverage. Appreciate it. Falcons failed basic logic. Indeed they did. Indeed they did. Can Minnesota stick and pick and still land Chop? Absolutely, yes. I wouldn't be surprised if Chop goes day 2, just being honest. By the way, the pick is in for Seattle. My prediction was Troy Fautanu. That was my prediction. That was... Alright, the TV is not froze. Okay, so they're just not going to it yet. Okay, well, they're going to commercial. There is no commercials on this stream. There is no commercials. But anyway, it's disappointing that we have a commercial because I'd like to see who the Seattle's taking. All right, ATL says, I'm so done with this team, man. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I am sorry for you, man. I really am. Colin Turner for Seattle. I think we should take Dallas. We have holes everywhere in our front 7. Look, I think it's a trench play no matter what for Seattle. I said Troy is the pick. Let me go ahead and look here, though, just to see who's available. Johnny Newton would make sense. I think Byron would make sense. Even Jackson Powers Johnson would make sense. I think it has to be. I've had 6 mid rolls. What do you mean no commercial? I'm sorry, I don't control that. I'm sorry, I don't control that. Even if I turn I still don't control that. YouTube, I'm sorry about that. I can't control that part. Sorry, Jalen. All right, let's see here. All right. Oh, shoot. Seattle.
With the 16th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Seattle Seahawks select Byron Murphy, defensive tackle, Texas.
I mean, that's a hell of a pick, man. I mean, Byron is a disruptor. Now, look, let's just like call this what it is. I mean, like Mike McDonald last year. Obviously, the Ravens had a lot of success due to Roquan Smith being in the middle. Obviously, I mean, Roquan is a one of... Oh, I got to upgrade the pick. Sorry, upgrade the grade. But Roquan is a one-of-one player. But they also had Justin Madubuike. Now, if you have watched the channel, which a lot of people are saying they're like longtime viewers and everything, which I will be the first to acknowledge that I appreciate it, which I 100% do. I have been a Justin Madubuike fan for a long time. I love Justin Madubuike. And Byron Murphy is a disruptor on the interior part of the defensive line, man. He is an animal. And now the Seahawks have been frustrating. Somebody say Jacksonville trade to Minnesota? All right, that's just a rumor. But anyway, but look, the Seahawks over the past 2 years have not been able to stop a cold running the football. So now you get Byron Murphy. Now you actually have like a guy to, to protect the interior. That's your first pick of the Mike McDonald era. You know what? I'm actually going to change that. I'm going to give it an A+. I love it, man. I love the pick for the Seattle Seahawks. That is a tone-setting pick. Trade! Whoa! The Vikings are on the clock. The Vikings are on the clock. Real trade. The Vikings are on the clock. I mean, the pick's got to be in. I don't want to like look at anything, but I'm tweeting. I love the Byron Murphy pick. The Vikings are on the clock. I love the Byron Murphy pick for Seattle. All right, guys, I'm eager to see what this is. I love the Byron Murphy pick for Seattle. Tone setter and a player the Seahawks desperately needed. All right, but what the Vikings pick is in. I am nervous for this, guys. I got to be honest. I am nervous. I don't know what we gave up. There's no trade details. 23, a 5, a 3, and a 4. Dude, are we going to go up and get Brian Thomas Jr.? Are we going to get Brian Thomas? Are we going to get Brian? No chance, right? Are we going to get Brian? I'm going for the home run. Brian Thomas Jr. I'm going for the home run. Okay, so we give up a 3 and a 4 next year and a 5. Like, oh, we're going in, guys. We are going in. I'm going Brian Thomas Jr. That's my guess, man. If we have a trio of BTJ, JJ, Addison, TJ, guys, here we go. This is crazy. Let's go. This is crazy. Come on. This surprised the shit out of me. Sorry for the language.
The Jacksonville Jaguars have traded the 17th pick to the Minnesota Vikings. With the 17th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Minnesota Vikings select Dallas Turner.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. What a pick. Dallas Turner, Jonathan Grenard, Andrew Van Ginkel. That's what's up. Go get your guy. Let's freaking go, man. 6'2", 245. Oh, what a player, man. Let's go. Look, you got him before. I mean, I would have been fine with Dallas Turner or Verse. Let's go. All right. That's a good pick. Way to go get your guy, man. What a pick. Dallas, JJ McCarthy. I got to be honest, heading into this draft, I didn't think there was a chance that the Vikings were going to be able to get Dallas Turner. That's a hell of a first round for Minnesota. I'm sorry. I'm actually not sorry. That's a hell of a first round. That is an awesome pick. I mean, Brian, well, we finally get, we have help along the defensive line outside of Tennille Hunter, by the way. I know he's in Houston, but that is awesome, man. Dallas Turner, A grade. That's a good first round, man. I don't care. That is awesome. Bengals is their pick in. I love it, man. I absolutely love it. Would have been fine with Johnny Newton. He is the comp that DJ has for him is Brian Burns. I mean, look, Burns, Jonathan Grenard. Look, you have Caleb Williams and Jordan Love, and of course everybody the Lions have on offense. You have to get after the the quarterback. I'm sorry. You have to get after the quarterback. Dallas Turner is a home run at 17. I thought he was going maybe top 12, 13. he's a freak, man. He's a freak. Quasi is cooking. I love it. So what? You had to trade up one spot. So what? You had to trade up 6 spots. You're getting good football players. Is that not the goal? Is that not the goal to get good football players? I love it, man. Dallas Turner, first team All-American last year. He's a beast, man. Vikes. Now we already knew like the JJ thing, like we expected that, but that's an awesome pick. That is an awesome pick. I absolutely love it. Who are the Eagles taking? Are they on the clock? I don't know. I'm sorry here. I'm just give me a sec here. I love it, man. I'm all for it. I'm all for it, man. Dallas Turner, let's go. Appreciate this guy that just commented the trade, by the way. Hansu War Smith. Vikings get 17. The Jags get a 1, 3, and a 4. Who cares, man? Dallas Turner's a beast. He's an animal. 14.5 tackles for loss in 2023. He is. Let's go. All right, Bengals prediction. Let's see here. Who's on the clock? Who is on the clock for the Cincinnati Bengals? It's got to be Fautanu, man. I know I've predicted Fautanu a couple times, but Troy Fautanu is my guess, by the way. I wouldn't hate Johnny Newton, by the way. That would be the picks. Yeah, JJ McCarthy plus Dallas Turner, man. I'm all for it, baby. Let's go. I will listen to like all the interviews later. I'm not listening right now because we're obviously live, but A grade. You want to give it an A+, go for it, man. That's awesome. Let's see here. On the Discord, you drinking honey will bring the Vikings back to the playoffs. I mean, I'll eventually bring. I don't need a honey sip right now. I don't need. The honey's right here. I don't need a honey shot, but we're good right now. I don't need a honey shot right now. I'm feeling pretty good. Although, I might take one just out of excitement. Although the thing is, I like the honey shots. Like they're really tasty. But anyway, here, honey is not a sponsor. It's just, I mean, it's just here, man. You got to be able to. You got to protect the voice. You know, you got to protect the moneymaker, I guess you could say. Need to protect Burrow. It's got to be Fautanu. You know what? I think we're gonna take a celebratory honey shot. But you got to protect Joe Burrow, man. Like Troy Fautanu has to be the pick for Cincinnati. All right, sorry, we're back. All right, can I explain the Michael Penix pick? I hate it. I'm sorry. Like I mean, Michael Penix could be a good player. He really could be. But the thing is I just don't get it. There's no part of me where I'm like, oh, hey, like Rome Odunze's right there. We need to. Wait, Brandon, come on, no. We need to take a quarterback when we just spent $180 million on one. Why not like go invest in a receiver? I mean, the Falcons trenches are really good, by the way. Pick is in, going Fautanu. I hope that's not a spoiler. Hope it's not, but that is my guess. Is Troy Fautanu is the guest. Guess, not guest. Guess. The Murphy pick was so bad, man. Dallas was right there. Hell, even Fautanu or Verse. See, I disagree because I like Byron a lot. But that's just me. Yeah, it was almost like Atlanta forgot they had Kirk on their roster. I mean, that's kind of what I'm thinking too. It's just like I would kill to have been just a fly on the wall. Just a fly on the wall in Kirk's living room. But my guess for the Cincinnati Bengals is Troy Fautanu. That is my guess. Almost kicked the tripod that the camera's on. That would not have been good. What was the Jets trade with the Vikings? It was like the Vikings give up like a 4 and a 5, and the Vikings get back a 6 to swap one spot. The Vikings, of course, took JJ. The Jets got Olu. Everybody wins. So, Worthy to Cincy. There's no chance Xavier Worthy goes to... I will give that an F. There is no chance Xavier Worthy goes to Cincy, by the way. There is no chance. Falcons GM, high AF. I just don't get it. But Sims, I know what you mean, Brad. He said Sims since he meant Mims, of course. But no, I wouldn't hate that. But I like the versatility of Troy Fautanu to be able to play wherever. I don't think Trent Brown is the long-term answer for Cincy. And I know they only signed him to a 1-year deal. But that was a pick. That was a signing where I was just like, why? Like, hopefully they can still address it in the draft. The tackle run it's coming though. It's coming to an end. I mean, Fautanu, Mims. I mean, I'm assuming this pick is Fautanu. At least I would hope. Fautanu or Mims has to be the selection here. I'll give either pick probably an A or A+ because I like both guys. Even Johnny Newton, I would give a good grade to Cincy. I would have rather had Rattler in the 3rd or 4th. Yeah, to be honest, me too if I was a Falcons fan. I would hate the... Again, I would just hate the idea of Rome Odunze staring me right in the face, and we're just going to go ahead and pass on him to draft a quarterback when we just paid one $180 million. I hate to beat him the bush, but it's just like, it sucks. Like, it sucks. Appreciate everyone dropping likes, by the way. We're up 300 on the stream. Appreciate everyone being in here, guys. This is my first draft coverage live. Like, first round 1, because I did round 2 last year, and it's been a ball, guys. It has been awesome. Like I said, I just love the freaking draft, man. I love it, and it's been fun. So appreciate everyone being in here. If we could get the like up to 320, let's make it happen. 320 is the next goal. Somebody just said, NIJ just said, please let Fautanu slide to my fins. My guy, he's been off the board. He's a Jet. He might be on a Jet right now, actually. So he's been off the board. Here we go. Pick is in for the Bengals. Shout out Skyline Chili, by the way. Shout out Skyline Chili. I think the honey is like with the sugars has got me like a little revved up. I think I'm on like a little like any promos, Kenny? Nah, Kenny, Kenny, actually I'll text you about that. Rude, don't call the all right, that was the only different reference than the Bengals, but I will say shout out Skyline Chili. Somebody said as a Packers fan they loved the Dallas Turner pick, by the way. Yeah, you got to grab an offensive lineman. I agree, Steve. I agree, Big Steve. Skyline Chili haters will be banned from this chat, says Kiwi. Oh, I forgot to comment my pick. It is Troy Fautanu is my pick here. That is my prediction. Love it. That is, man, I love that pick for Cincinnati. I'm giving it an A+. I absolutely love Amarius' game. I mean, look, Amarius he's 6'7", he's 340. He is there's not a lot of human beings like Amarius Mims. Let's just call it what it is. There's not a lot of human beings like Amarius. I'm giving it an A+. I love this pick. You have to protect. I'm going to go ahead and tweet this here. You have to protect your investment in Joe Burrow, and they absolutely did that. All right, let's see here. Let's go ahead and send out this tweet here. You have to protect your investment in Joe Burrow, and the Bengals absolutely did that. And the Bengals, I'm sounding the tweets out as I'm going. And the Bengals absolutely did that. I love the Amarius Mims. Oh, by the way, I forgot to do this here. Sorry. There it is. I love the Amarius Mims selection. A+. Love it, Mim. Love it. All right, let's keep going with some comments here. Here we go. I think Troy is going to Pitt. Yeah, Troy's sliding is frustrating, man. Like, he's so good. And by the way, there's not a lot of human beings built like Amarius Mims. He is 6'7", 340, and his waist is just like thin. Like he's just like a one-of-one human being. Robert Patty pick next. I don't think so. Eagles getting Fautanu. I think they go corner. I think if the Eagles were going to trade up, I think it was going to be for Fuaga, but he's a Saint. I think they would have already traded up. By the way, like I said, the tackle run, guys, you have one tackle left. You have one tackle left, and it's Fautanu. Although Graham Barton, of course, has the versatility, but we'll see. You have one big tackle left. I mean, you can play Graham Barton. So if you want to say there's two with Fautanu and Barton, we'll see. Let's see here. What would you do if Minnesota pops up again in round 1? They're not. I mean, I would be excited because I could talk myself into literally anybody versus Newton, anybody. I know we just took Dallas Turner, but I mean, I could talk myself into anybody, but we're not. But I missed the wacky Al Davis Raiders picks. I mean, Michael Penix was as close to as you're going to get in this draft. But, Yeah, I mean, that would have been electric. Like, if Xavier Worthy goes round 1, that'll be the equivalent. Because Xavier Worthy, I'm sorry, has no business going round 1. He's not a first-round receiver, not in this class. Rams are on the clock. I think it's going to be Brian Thomas Jr. That'll be my guess. Kyle, my guy, longtime supporter. He says, Garrett, I missed your reaction. What are your thoughts on JJ? Look, we gave up a couple late-round picks. And nobody knows what the cost would have actually been for New England to move up to get Drake Maye. Nobody knows that. And the reality is, I would rather have JJ McCarthy and Dallas Turner than I would giving up 4 first-round picks or whatever the cost would have been to get Drake Maye. Now, if JJ is going to be a bust in the NFL, you're going to know because the situation he's going to is not perfect, but close to it. As close as you're going to have as a young quarterback. So... I like the pick, especially for what it was. Next 3 picks should be Verse, JPJ, and Fautanu. I would personally prefer Quinyon Mitchell. I mean, I'm a big Quinyon guy. I love Quinyon. But pick is in for the LA Rams. I think it's going to be Brian Thomas Jr. Do I still think Ayuk could get traded? If he's going to get traded, I think it would be like right now to the Steelers. I mean, I think it would be like now. But I don't think it's going to be like, I don't think it's going to happen. Oh, my prediction, Brian Thomas Jr. Although it wouldn't surprise me if the Rams, I mean, Verse and Newton are still there. Wouldn't surprise me if they go pass rush, especially with the loss of Aaron Donald. That part wouldn't surprise me. But we'll see. We'll see, I guess. By the way, like I said, everyone drop the comments. See your prediction. Who we going with? All right. Ooh, Kool-Aid. Little prediction for old JaQuincy McKinstry. That is Kool-Aid's actual name, by the way, if you didn't know. Yeah, the Rams quietly have made the playoffs in 3 of the past 4 years. I mean, everybody just thinks because of that 2022 season that it's just like, it's just been like kind of down. But no, they've the Rams consistent contender, man. Just that one extremely injury-filled year. What if Minnesota still gets chopped? I mean, I'd be excited, but it's just not a reality, unfortunately. All right, my guess was Brian Thomas Jr., man. Puka, Cooper, BTJ, Stafford's final couple years. Really going all in. Their offensive line is set. BTJ, to me, makes a lot of sense for the Rams. Here we go. Here comes Roger.
With the 19th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Rams select Jared Verse, defensive end, Florida State.
Yeah, they got some juice. I mean, you're not going to be able to replace Aaron Donald, but it can be a
I like it. I like the selection a lot. I like Verse, man. My guess was Brian Thomas Jr., but look, you were getting a good football player, or at least you should have been getting a good football player no matter what in that situation. Verse he's a heavy-handed pass rusher. He's going to be, I don't think Verse is ever going to be like a 14 or 15 sack guy. But that's fine. That is completely fine. Verse is going to be a solid player for the Rams for the next, I would say, probably 6-7 years. He is. I'm giving this an A. I'm giving this an A grade. I like Verse a lot. I'm a big fan of Jared Verse, and like I said, led the team in sacks in each of the last 4 seasons. Whether it was his time at Albany, great day to be a Great Dane for any Albany folks in here, and of course during Florida State. Now there was talk last year when Atlanta was at pick 8 when they took Bijan that Verse could have been the selection for Atlanta at pick 8 last year. All right, is the pick in for Detroit? Is the pick in? is the pick in? I don't think it, or not Detroit, by the way, but for Pittsburgh is what I meant to say. We just got to check the old TL real quick. All right, let's go here. Let's go, baby. The AFC North is going to be interesting if the Steelers pick Brian Thomas. I would love them to take Brian Thomas, but man, Jared Verse. I want to just pull up the Rams depth chart here real quick because I know they have Kobe Turner. I know they of course have Byron Young. Now Byron Young had a really good rookie year, and I like Byron, but I don't think Byron will be that type of player every year. And I think he was a little bit of a producer off of Aaron Donald, and I love the Verse selection, man. Verse is also a great player in the run game, and when you are in a division with the 49ers, of course, I mean the Cardinals with Jonathan Gannon, they want to run the football, and they did a really good job of running the football at the end of the 23 season. You have to be able to stop the run, and Verse is an absolute he's just a bully. He's just a pain in the ass that you don't want to play in the run game. I like Verse, man, a lot. I like the pick a lot. All right. No corners so far. That is wild. Here's a good question. Does Mims' low number of starts and snaps concern you? I'd be lying if I said it didn't a little bit, but I mean, he's such a what we saw in the 8 starts is crazy. I mean, there's a reason he's being talked about and highly touted as he is. I mean, he is that good, man. By the way, we're at 328 likes. Let's get this up to let's get up to 350, guys. Let's get up to 350 and let's keep it going, guys. This has been a hell of a stream. I can't believe we've already been live for almost 3 hours. That's crazy to me, man. Time is just flying. Whenever you're having fun, time just goes. Appreciate everyone being in here, as always, man. This is awesome. I had my first corner at 9. Yeah, I mean, pick is in for the Steelers, by the way. I wonder where they are headed. 350 equals a day 2 stream. I think we'll probably do a day 2 stream, guys. I mean, I don't think I'm going to be able to record like 7 to midnight, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm not going to do a day 3 stream. I know that. I'm not going to do a day 3 stream. I know that much. But what pick has been the most surprising for you so far? I mean, it is not close. It's Michael Penix. Not even close, man. I mean, just like the fact that he's in Atlanta now. Greetings from Los Angeles. What's up, man? Greetings from Maryland. I mean, guys, if there's one thing right here, best flag in the country. Not even close. Not even close, guys. Best flag in the country. 350 equals Vegas trip. I mean, we might go to Vegas. I'd be down for a good Vegas trip as long as you go with me. You're carrying my work shift. Would love a day 2 stream to distract me again. Hey, look, man, look. Boss makes $1. What is it, boss? I make a dime. Boss makes $1. Take a number 2 on company time. I'm all for it. I'm all for it, man. As long as you don't get fired, I'm all for it. All right, let's see here. Been here since 5K. Appreciate it. That's a long time. That is about 4 years ago right now. We're just on commercial, by the way. We're on commercial. So picks in, going Fautanu. My guess for the Steelers, I feel like it's got to be corner. I'm going Quinyon. Quinyon Mitchell is my guess for the Steelers. Quinyon Mitchell. I almost forgot to type in my. I've been typing in my predictions. We're going Quinyon. Somebody said Terrion. I would like that pick for the Steelers as well. I have a friend that showed me the Maryland flag, and he said the best thing. I mean, it is the best in the country. I mean, always repping it, always. 301, the 301. All right, JPJ. People are going JPJ. I would love that for the Steelers. I didn't see Roger walk across the stage before we unmuted, but my guess is Quinyon Mitchell. All right, so it's like the screen is like zoned out, so it's like I can't like it's just like zoned out really far on the draft stage. Apparently they're not in yet. I've guessed Quinyon 3 times already, but got to get it right. I mean, look, somebody mentioned Vegas earlier. I mean, look, you keep going in Vegas, eventually you're gonna get something right in Vegas, but responsibly, of course. But no, I think this pick will be Quinyon. I live in MD. Let's go. Hell yeah. Let's go. BTJ. I mean, I would love BTJ. I would love Brian Thomas Jr. Nick, I did laugh at that comment, by the way. I did it. That commented. I like that one. Why are you a Vikings fan then? I'll get to that in a minute here. Let's keep it going here. Finn's on the clock. Who are the Steelers taking? Is Roger coming out yet, guys? I mean, we need to know the Steelers selection. He's still not coming out. I don't know. I mean, it's got to be Quinyon, right? I got to be honest. I'm tempted to just like cheat and look at this one. I'm tempted to just. I mean, because like I want to analyze the pick. So like, are you guys good if I just like cheat and look here on the phone? Like if I just look at Rappaport's. Oh, Cam Hayward's coming out. Here we go. The cheating the system would just be me looking at the phone, but Roger's coming out now, so he's coming out with Cam Hayward. We'll get out here. He's coming out. Here we go.
Tonight, 32 young men will embark on their NFL career, striving to make an impact on the field.
We're not cheating.
But their impacts will be felt far beyond their field, but in their communities. No one embodied that more than Walter Payton. And today, the league's highest honor, the Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year Award, presented by Nationwide, recognizes his lasting legacy. Tonight, we are proud to welcome the 2023 Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year winner, Cam Hayward.
Quinyon is my guess.
First of all, I want to say thank you, Commissioner. And most importantly, I want to say thank you to the Payton family, the NFL, and Nationwide. The NFL draft is special. To my
Who we guessing, boys? Who we guessing?
and the prospects joining the league this week, I want to challenge you. Use your platform to brighten someone's day. The opportunity before you is a gift. And by coming here and being in this league, seize that moment. Be better in our communities, be better for our league, and our world. Thank you so much.
Still waiting on the pick.
Here we go. And with the 20th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Troy Fautanu, tackle, Washington. There you go.
All right, I love it. Pretty simple pick. I mean, he's a great player. That one took a long time to announce, but I love the pick. Troy Fautanu, we're giving it an A grade. He immediately will come in, impact the offensive line in a big way. Troy he's just an all-around good football player. You want to play him at guard, you want to play him at tackle. Honestly, yeah, you know what, professional teacher, I'm going to agree with you. You said A+ given how low they got him. I can agree with that. I can. Let me go ahead and update the text. It's not letting me update it, but here we go. No, I mean, Troy Fautanu is a beast, man. I would have been fine with the Raiders picking him at 12. Even the Jets, if they wanted to take him at 11, you could easily justify that, or they're at 10 originally because of the trade back, but Fautanu is just a good football player. There was, a lot of concern or a lot of thought process with the arms that, maybe his arms weren't that long, that he might have to transition to guard at the NFL level, but he's fine. He's a good athlete. He's a big time tackle. I like Fautanu. You want to play him at left tackle, have Broderick stay at right side. You want to play him at right tackle. It doesn't matter. He's an improvement, and that's all that matters. That's an A+ pick for the Steelers. To be able to acquire Troy at pick 20 was not something I would have thought they were going to be able to do. Now, knock them down a grade because of how long it took to announce the pick. I mean, I can't control that part. But let's see here. With the Dolphins on the clock, this is a tricky one here with Miami because there's a lot of players that I think they could go. Quinyon makes sense to them. Let's see here. That's not my replacement. I'm back. I appreciate it, Lamb. Appreciate the super chat. Like I said, anyone who's dropping super chats, I cannot say like how much I appreciate the support, guys. Really do. Tony Soprano in these next couple picks. Yeah, man. Look, little Paulie Gulatieri. Shout out Junior Soprano. I wish I got a Soprano shirt recently. I wish I had it nearby. I don't, unfortunately. But yeah, man, maybe Johnny Sack, maybe Ralph. Who knows? Maybe Ralph Cifaretto, first-round pick for the Miami Dolphins. But anyway, Miami pick is in. That was quick. I guess whenever like the clock is going to be taken up for a long time for Miami, that the pick will get in pretty quick. My guess for Miami, it's got to be Graham Barton. They need offensive line. They got to protect Tua. They have, I mean, a lot of offensive line needs. They lost Robert Hunt. Teron Armstead's not always 100%. I would really like them to go Graham Barton. You need to solidify the line, man. Steven, appreciate the super chat. He says, thanks for all the good work on the channel. I'm a 30-plus year football fan and learn more than you ever did before. I appreciate that, man. I honestly don't. So I've been reading a lot of books recently just about like football in general, and I've been really trying to just learn like just, you know, not just like how defense works, like, oh man, we're pass rushing here, let's just rush the quarterback, but just the little things that you don't pick up. So it's been a process, and I really, really appreciate that, Steven. We're getting there, and like I said, I appreciate everyone being in here, truly. Who is the biggest steal so far? Probably Troy. Am I missing something? It's probably Troy, right? Probably Troy. Troy or Dallas would be that, but no, I do appreciate that, Steven. I really do. Chris Greer doesn't draft first-round offensive linemen. I mean, I think that'll change whenever... I mean, guys, like, look, here's the deal. Do we know if Tua is playing long-term? No. I mean, as unfortunate as that may sound, do we know if he is for sure? No. I mean, like, with Tua, are we ever going to, like... I mean, I guess unless they sign him to, like, a 5-year, like, deal, are we ever going to know if he's, like, the long-term guy? I mean, the injury histories are always going to, like, be there. So, do what you can to protect him. Graham Barton, to me, should be the pick. Should be the pick. I am not saying Miami takes quarterback. No, not with all 6 gone. I'm back. Took a break. What's up, Joseph? Appreciate you appreciate you being back, man. Like I said, we've been having a ball in here. We've been having a ball. Everyone in here, we've been having a ball. Appreciate it. D to Miami. Wow, D who? Is Ben going to Miami? Right tackle Ben Dover? Is he going there? Oh, by the way, I gotta type my guess in. My guess. Graham... Oh, wait, I have caps lock on. Let me get that out. Graham Barton. There we go. I missed the Turner reaction. I am happy. I've been trying to tweet, like, occasionally about picks. That's the only thing is, like, I can't tweet, like, as much as I would like to. I mean, I would love to be able to, like, continue to tweet through it, but let's keep it going here. Watch them reach for Guyton. That would be like I'd give that a pretty low grade, man. To be honest, I would give that a very, very low grade if they reach for Tyler Guyton. I'd give it a pretty low grade, man. But my guess is Graham Barton. Like I said, everyone comment your guess. Why is the site quicker than the announcement? Because, like, you know, the commercials and everything, and then like Roger doing, like, I mean, not that there's anything wrong with the Walter Payton thing, but just like to go through everything. It's just like teams. I mean, in reality, the teams could be on, like, to pick Jacksonville right now, like the 23rd pick, just because, like, they just keep it flowing. But I am eager to see who Miami picks. My guess is Graham Barton. Xavier Worthy would just be. Like, he's not a first round player, and I know the 40 time is whatever, but he's not a first round player. Who's the worst pick we can wish for the Packers? Frank Gore Jr. Probably John Reese Plummer, or no, John Reese, whatever his name is. Yeah, like he's like the undrafted quarterback. Probably be him. Let's keep it going here, boys. They have the live entertainment. Exactly, that's another thing. Where, like, you know, I'm eager to see, like, I just want to know who the Dolphins take, because then the Eagles, I mean, the Eagles are probably going to have one of the best, I mean, they're going to have a top 2 corner, like, available to them. We have some FTPs in the chat. People are commenting FTP. Oh, yeah, I did say I'd go back to why I'm a Vikings fan in Maryland. My dad grew up during, like, the heyday. I was, like, a 6-year-old kid, like, oh, hey, Dad, who do you like? And that's more or less the sad story. And then I just, you know, followed through with it. And I was, like, 6, you know, like your dad likes, and got a lot of bad ends of the stick there. But anyway, here we go. Dolphins on the clock.
With the 21st pick in the 2024
Okay. So, I like it, I guess. I mean, let me just kind of like think about this here for a minute. Okay. Because Latu was gone. I mean, the top three were gone. The more I think about it, I don't like it. I mean, what I liked when I initially said that was, you have Jalen Phillips and Bradley Chubb out, like, at least, you think for a little bit, because of the injuries they sustained really late in the year. I'm just not a fan of this. I don't think that's great value there. I didn't have Chop too high on my board. I mean, I like Chop, but I just... The initial thought was, like, I like it because of the, like I said, Jalen Phillips, Bradley Chubb sustained late injuries last year. You have to think about that, but Minnesota trades up to get Dallas. Verse goes 2 picks before. I mean, you have the top 3 pass rushers go in a span of 6 picks before you. With Graham Barton, who has a lot of versatility there, by the way. And the offensive line didn't really hold up as well as you would have hoped last year in the playoffs. I don't like the pick, man. I try to like spin it positively, like initially, like just because it's like, oh hey, I don't like. Again, I'm not in the business of like, let me just shit on this prospect just to get let me get like 37 likes on Twitter. This is gonna be good, but I'm not a fan. I'm sorry, I'm really not a fan of that. I textbook reach is what Rod just commented. I don't entirely disagree. I think they could have traded down. That's a frustrating pick. I want to see where I actually had Chop on my board. Like, final board where I had Chop. I mean, I like Chop. I had him at 27. But I don't like the value there. Like when the board fell like this, with Cooper DeJean there, with Quinyon Mitchell there, with Johnny Newton there to potentially replace Christian Wilkins. I don't like it. I don't like that. I don't like Chop over those guys. I like Chop as a prospect. I don't like him at 21 over those guys. So that's what I don't like. Len says, I'm just going to have faith they know something we don't. Chris Greer has hit on most of his draft picks so far. I hope he does. I mean, I hope, but... Do I think the Lions could end up with Cooper DeJean? Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of... there's so many good prospects still on the board. And we knew everybody was... Or we knew that... What was I going to say? We knew there was going to be guys fall. I mean, it happens every year. I mean, we're still only at, what pick? 21, 22? So... I'm underwhelmed with that pick, unfortunately. And I gave it a C initially. I think I'm going to honestly just change that to... I'm going to give it a D+. There's just, man, I just not a fan. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. Just not a fan. All right, is Philly's pick in yet? Because my guess here has got to be Quinyon Mitchell. I predicted Quinyon today. I texted an Eagles fan that it's got to be Quinyon. Like I was talking with an Eagles fan that's a friend, and they were talking about the Kool-Aid, and I was like, dude, like Quinyon's the guy. Like, you want Quinyon. Yeah, if it's not Mitchell, I'd be pretty sad if I were an Eagles fan too. The pick is already in though, so I like that for the Eagles. I really do like that for the Eagles. Pick 22. How long have we been streaming now? I feel like it's been a long time, right? 3 hours, 10 minutes. Yeah, it's been a good stream. Been a good stream. Love it, man. Love it. I feel like everyone's saying Quinyon here. Everyone comment who you think. Everyone's comment Quinyon, right? Chop Robinson better sack Josh Allen 25 times. Man, I gotta take these headphones. Just give it a sec. Just give the ears a little thing to cool off. There we go. Shoo. Man. Favorite fellow football content creator? I really like what Connor Rogers and Trevor Sikkema do on the NFL Stock Exchange for sure. Those two dudes love it, man. Connor was actually on the channel last week. I texted Connor this morning. So And our teams did business, so how about that? Yeah, that would probably be it, though. Howie's a good GM, by the way. Howie gets a lot of crap, which I don't like. Because I think Howie's a really good GM. How do I feel? I'm waiting for just Roger to go up to the podium. How do I feel about Bowers to Las Vegas despite them drafting a tight end last year and not getting too much from him? So, I loved Mayer as a prospect. Absolutely loved Mayer as a prospect. But, good call, Kenny. But no, I mean, if you have a twin tight end set, I mean, you're going to have a plan. Like, you're going to have a play. Like, they didn't take Bowers just because he was there, just because he was magically there. They have a plan for him. They didn't take him over Fuaga by accident. I mean, they have a strict plan in place. Anyway, birds are on the board. I'm guessing Quinyon. I would be pretty surprised if it's not Quinyon. Where's Roger? He's got to be stepping up to the podium here in a second. My guess, Quinyon. Quinyon to the Eagles just makes a lot of sense. He's a Philly guy. Like, he just all through personality, play style. Philadelphia fans will love Quinyon. It's at least an A grade if they take Quinyon. It's at least an A grade. Where is it here? Here we go. It's got to be Quinyon. It's got to be.
With the latest Eagles pick, the Jacksonville Jaguars right after that. In front of 275,000 people here in Detroit today.
The NFL has gone global. This past year, we played games in front of amazing crowds in London and Germany. This upcoming season, we are playing our first ever game in South America.
Joseph said Goodell's jabbering.
And we will be coming to more markets on a global basis soon. The NFL's International Player Pathway Program helps foreign-born
I love how everyone's commenting like, holy yap.
elite international athletes have an opportunity to compete at the NFL level and potentially earn a spot on our NFL roster.
I wonder like what the longest message is you could type like before like he types his pick out. Like honestly, like what is the longest message like that makes sense? Not just like a bunch of letters.
Is currently in his native Australia for the opening of a new NFL academy.
I'm just gonna. I mean, the thing is, I can't mute it because I don't know when he's gonna start. So he's here we go.
Let's join Jordan live from the Eagles draft party in Burleigh Beach, Gold Coast, Australia. Take it, Jordan.
Somebody said this could get paid by the word.
Let's go. How good is this? Thank you, Uncle Roger. Good evening to those of you from the beautiful land down under. With the 22nd pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Philadelphia Eagles select Quinyon Mitchell.
Love it.
Defensive back.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Great pick. That's who I wanted for the Eagles. It's an A grade. You want to give it an A plus? Go for it. He's a dog, man. I mean, you get Quinyon behind this pass rush. They took Nolan Smith in the first round last year. They took Jalen Carter last year. I love it. I still believe in Jordan Davis. KP commenting W's in the chat. I mean, look, Howie Roseman, top 5 GM. He's a beast, man. All around, I love the move. I think it's a home run. And who is on the clock now? We just got Quinyon. Now the Jags are on the clock. They can still get Brian Thomas Jr. So I absolutely love Quinyon, and it's a great pick for him. I mean, that's really all that needs to be said. And Quinyon is a beast, man. Let's keep reading these comments here. Calling Thomas for Jags. Yeah, I like Brian Thomas to the Jags too. I would really love Brian Thomas Jr. to the Jags. I mean, Quinyon Mitchell was at Toledo, and I know there's a lot of people that are like, oh man, like I don't want a corner that went to Toledo, but like Quinyon was committed to Toledo, and he had like an offer from Illinois, and instead of going to Illinois, Quinyon like called his coach at Toledo and was like, Coach, like, look, I just want to let you know I have better offers on the table, but I'm going to honor my word to you. And I'm going to Toledo. And Quinyon's like from, I want to say like South Florida. Like he's from somewhere, I don't know if it's like, I don't know what part, whether it's like Pompano or Delray or Deerfield. I want to say he's somewhere in South Florida. But no, I mean, Quinyon is a beast, man. All around great pick. This by the way, my next, you want to give it an A+ grade, by the way, in the Quinyon pick. I'm all for it. I mean, 4.33 40. You have to be able to defend CeeDee Lamb. I don't know if how long CD's going to play in Dallas, but I love the pick. My next pick, I'm going to go ahead and comment here, or my next prediction, rather. Brian Thomas Jr., Jacksonville Jaguars. That is the next prediction there. All right, let's see. Everybody, let's get those. Oh, shoot. Oh, I need to get this. No activity in the last 4 hours for the TV. Let's go ahead and get that. Let's go ahead and move that. There we go. Let's go ahead and keep going, boys. Where are we thinking? Where are we thinking the Jags are going? Is the pick in? It's got to be Brian Thomas Jr. And by the way, I will give the Jags handy A+ if they get Brian Thomas Jr. and they traded back. I think that would be phenomenal for the Jags. I don't think the Jags are gonna F it up and go Keon, personally. Somebody asked who I think the Cowboys will take. I got to know who Jacksonville takes first, to be honest. I don't know. Before the draft, I was thinking the Eagles would need to trade up for Quinyon. Yeah, I would too. I mean, I did too a couple hours ago. You're coded. Thanks for the stream. Appreciate it. No, it's, I mean, look, guys. Like I said, there's countless other places you guys can watch, and like I appreciate that you're here. You know what I'm saying? And pick us in for the Jags, but no, I mean the thing is, guys, is like, look, like there's other YouTube creators that you could watch from that, you know, you guys choose to watch me over them, and I appreciate it. You know, I'm gonna steadily continue to improve the content, and we're gonna, you know, continue to just to get better, and that's the long-term plan. It's got to be BTJ though. Barton and Morgan and others. Yeah, I mean, like, look, there's a chance, by the way, that the Ravens are going to get a good player. And this is going to be just sit back, watch the draft play out, and the Ravens are going to end up with somebody phenomenal. But I mean, that was kind of a little off track, but no, there's still so many good players on the board. My pick, though, right now for the Jags is Brian Thomas Jr. Now, we'll see if we can announce this pick on time. We'll see here. You and Bengal are my favorite football guys to watch. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Had Bengal on for a mock draft. I will absolutely have him on next year. It was a good time. Old Bengal Roney. We'll have him on next year. But I actually messaged him today. I actually asked him a question. I said, I asked him, because this is my first time going live, like, for the whole draft. I was like, does your voice get sore? And he was like, oh, yeah. So, we'll see. All right, the pick is in. I love the Jags owner's mustache, by the way. The pick is in. You never heard about Bengal until you mocked with him. No. Oh, you never heard of Bengal. Okay, I got you. Love Perna and Grossi, but it doesn't feel like a real live stream if I have to pay for any... Ooh, that's... Ooh. No comment, I guess. The Ravens are good at playing the draft. Lamar Jackson was a great example. It absolutely was. I mean, like, the Ravens every year, they are just... They're going to sit back. They're going to do their thing. Eric DeCosta is going to do his thing the same way Ozzie used to. The Ravens are going to end up with somebody great. Here we go, Jags. It's got to be BTJ. Let's go. Let's go. Man, I love that. Let's go. That's an A+. That is an A+ pick, man. That is an A+ pick. Look, here's the deal, guys. Look, was I the biggest fan of what the Jags did in free agency this year? Bringing in Gabe Davis. No, I'm not a Gabe Davis fan at all. I am a Brian Thomas Jr. fan. And I am under the mindset and belief that we're in a tricky timeline here with Trevor Lawrence because we don't know what his potential is. He's shown flashes. I mean, the Ravens game, of course, in 22 is a big one. So is the Cowboys game. I guess you could argue the Chargers game as well with the whole comeback and everything. Although the first half of that game was about as bad as you can play from Trevor. But you have to do whatever you can. I mean, we're entering year 4 with Trevor and we still don't know. So go get the 4th best receiver in the draft in an absolutely loaded once-in-a-lifetime class and get Brian Thomas Jr. I love it, man. Plus you trade back. I love it. What's Trevor's excuse now? I mean, I don't know, man. He's got to perform this year. I will agree with that. Skull, big first round for the Vikes. It is. For me right now, I do think the Jags are absolute winners. Like, they are absolute one of the biggest winners from the first round, and that's what I'm actually tweeting now. The Jags move back. The Jags move back. And still acquire Brian Thomas. Newton for Dallas. I got to give my prediction for Dallas. I do have to give my prediction. Let's go ahead and get this tweet off here. By the way, I recommend following on Twitter if you guys are running Football Analysis. Look me up. You'll see me. Huge winners from day one for Jacksonville, by the way. Let's keep it going here, boys. Let's keep it rolling. I would agree, by the way. I saw a couple comments for Graham Barton for the Cowboys. Graham makes too much sense. I mean, he makes too much sense. Which wide receiver left is worth drafting first round Worthy? No, Xavier Worthy is not a first round receiver, guys. He is not a first round receiver. There is no chance Xavier Worthy to me is a first round receiver. I think Xavier's like wide receiver like 11, 10, 11, 12, somewhere in there. Dallas has to go Graham Barton, man. They have to. Like, you got to get better up front. They lost Biotis this offseason. They lost Tyron Smith. Get better up front. Just do it. Just get better. Just don't overthink this. I'm really hoping that Dallas does not overthink this pick here. Should the Lions trade back? If they're going to trade back, I hope they do so the Patriots can come up and actually, help their quarterback. That'd be nice. AD Mitchell, best receiver left. I agree. My official prediction for this is Graham Barton. That is my first official prediction. Graham Barton, offensive lineman, Duke. Oh man, of course, NFL Network has on the screen right now. The Cowboys have not reached the NFC Championship since 1995. Look, that's what NFL Network's saying, not me. Which player from last year were you most incorrect about? By far. You know what's funny is I'll answer you like incorrect and correct. I'll go incorrect first. By far, Sam Laporta. And it wasn't even that like I didn't like Sam Laporta in the top 35. I thought he was like right around 50. And it was also the fact that they took him over Michael Mayer. And I just thought Mayer was a better prospect. I still think that, like, based on what we knew coming out of Iowa, coming out of Notre Dame, I still think Mayer was the better prospect. And the fact that the Lions took him over Mayer really rubbed me the wrong way. I didn't think Laporta was going to be good. Not good, but I didn't think he was going to be obviously anywhere close to the year he just had. And I thought he was going to be like maybe 400 or 500 yards, maybe 4 or 5 touchdowns a year. And Mayer could have had the year that Laporta had. Especially in Las Vegas where Devontae's really the only guy in front of him. I mean, I know Jacoby was there, but I mean, Jacoby's not 130 targets a year guy. So now the guy that I was like kind of correct about, I would say I was correct about Jahmyr Gibbs because I loved Jahmyr Gibbs coming out of Alabama, and I knew once he got behind that line that it was going to be fine. And I know everybody freaked out about running back in the first round, but I love the pick from the minute it was made. And I actually had a tweet. It was from last year, and it was like the Detroit Lions are killing this draft, and they continue to. And it was like I want to say either on night 1 or night maybe 2 when they got Hendon Hooker in the 3rd round. No, so I was as incorrect as I was about Laporta. I was like correct on Gibbs. So I was like both on the Lions. I was 1 for 2 there. All right. Late but thoughts on the JJ pick as a fellow Vikings fan. I'm all for it, man. Like, look, he's a winner. He's good on the run. JJ is going to be a fun player to watch develop. I mean, look, guys, he's 21 years old. I am glad the Vikings did not trade 3 or 4 first-round picks for Drake Maye when we could still get Dallas Turner. Defense was obviously a big need for the Vikings. Now, I was not the biggest fan of letting Danielle Hunter walk in free agency, but to bring in Dallas Turner and now have Jonathan Grenard and Andrew Van Ginkel, it's a pretty good offseason, man. Are they going to win the Super Bowl this year? No, but I like what they're building. I really do. And now they have an actual build for tomorrow and not have a $50 million quarterback. By the way, the Cowboys pick just got in. I was getting a little concerned. Trade. Lions are on the clock. I actually hate this as a Vikings fan because I don't know where they're going. Oh, this is not good. Lions are on the clock, guys. Trade Lions are on the clock. Who's it going to be for? AD? No, it's got to be Graham Barton, right? Pick is in. Let's find out. Let's find out from old Roger. Where is he? He's not on the stage yet. Sorry. Corner would make a lot of sense for the Lions, by the way. I'm just eager to see where they go. Comment your prediction, obviously. Comment your prediction. I'm just eager to see where the Lions go here. They jumped over Green Bay to get Arnold. I wouldn't doubt they jumped over Green Bay to get Cooper DeJean. We'll see, though. Terrion Arnold would make sense. Cooper DeJean would make sense. I just don't know where they're going here. I mean, there's still so many good players on the board. So I'm eager to... Dan Campbell's happy. Brad Holmes is extremely happy. I can't imagine this now that the more that I think about it, I can't imagine this not being secondary. And I know they got Carlton Davis this offseason, but it's gotta be secondary, right? Right? We'll see, I guess. We'll find out here. I just hate when there's like a 2 or 3 minute like pick is in, like let's just keep it rolling, because it's like I just want to know. Dan is happy. It's definitely Cooper. I mean, I have a lot of things that I'd like to say about Cooper if it's the pick. I don't want to check my phone either, because then we're going to then I'm going to see immediately who it is through the notification. So let's get to it here. Come on, Roger. Oh, man. All right, what are your thoughts on the A.J. Brown extension for the Eagles? I'll go ahead and answer that one. I like it. I mean, like, A.J. is... The whole thing with, like, A.J. wanting out this offseason, I didn't really understand it. I know there was, like, rumblings, but I didn't understand the thought of that. Like, I didn't understand... Why would A.J. want out? My guess, by the way, is Terrion Arnold. That is my guess. I'm going to go ahead and predict. I've been predicting... That is my guess. It was Graham Barton before. The details, it was a 1 and a 3 for 24 and 7. So that was the terms. It was 1 and 3 for 24 and a 7. Oh, RM56 has the he knows. First in, last out kind of guy. Oh, I got a lot of things to say about Cooper if Cooper DeJean is the pick. We're still waiting. Still waiting on old Roger. You know what? Like, do I check the phone? Do I check to see who it is? Like, we're just waiting here, man. Do I? That's not very much for the trade up. Yeah, I mean, look, you get the third round pick. I'm happy for Dallas. That is a good deal for Dallas to move back like 6 spots. I think it's a pretty good deal for Dallas, to be honest with you. Here, oh, there's a whole bunch. You know what? There's a whole bunch of people coming out on the stage. I'm just looking. There's a whole bunch of people. The pick, Terrion Arnold. Okay, so I like the pick. I'm sorry, guys. Like, there's a whole bunch of people coming out on the stage. We'll eventually get to it. But that's I'll let's see if he announces. There's a bunch of like stuff going on the stage. No, I mean, Terrion Arnold, I like the pick for Detroit. They'd go up right in front of Green Bay. Green Bay, of course, needs secondary help. Green Bay's secondary is a bit of a mess right now. I still think Green Bay will be good with Cooper DeJean. I still think there's a lot of good players on the board, whether it's Cooper, whether it's Nate Wiggins. Let's see if we're announcing yet. Are still waiting on the selection, but no. So I guess Terrion Arnold. Technically, I was right, but my guess for the Packers would be Cooper DeJean. Here we go.
The Dallas Cowboys have traded the 24th pick to the Detroit Lions.
It's a good pick, man. That is an all-around good pick for Detroit. Terrion's a really good player. Terrion has a lot of versatility. They took Brian Branch last year in the second round. I thought they got an absolute steal in Brian Branch. I mean, look, guys, Terrion can play outside. He can slide in and play inside if you need him to. Terrion, to me, he reminds me a lot of Marlon Humphrey. Not necessarily in the whole, like, forced fumble aspect, but in terms of how Marlon plays. He's good outside Marlon. They now slide him inside. I like Terrion a lot. He was a first-team All-SEC player this past year. I like the grades. Sorry, I think I've been slacking on the grades. No, I haven't, actually. Okay, I did not slack on the grades. Sorry. There was just so much time between the grades that I thought I was slacking. But no, I like the grade here. I'm gonna go ahead and give the Lions, especially that they traded up. I mean, you got to respect any time a team trades up. So I'm gonna go ahead and give the Lions. I'm gonna give them an A grade for this. I know I've given a lot of A grades, but I like it, man. They continue to just win the draft, and I mean, look, the Lions are gonna be a contender again this year. They're going to probably win at least one playoff game this year. I like it. Joseph says in the third hour, I don't need speeches, just the picks. I mean, I get it, man. I get it. There was Penix was a D. Penix was a D. And I'm going to eventually do the recap for round one, so we're going to eventually get there. But Packers are always wonky. I think they'll take Darius Robinson. That would surprise me. I just can't imagine it's not Cooper DeJean. The pick's got to be in, right? Do you think the Packers would have picked this guy? I'm a Packers fan. There's a good chance they would have. There's a decent chance. I think it's going to be 50-50 whether it was him or the guy I think they're about to take in Cooper DeJean. All right. Terrion Arnold, though, love the pick. I mean, you're going to a great situation. I like Detroit a lot. I was really high on them entering the 23 season. And aside from one bad game against Baltimore, I mean, they were in, I want to say, every game. They were just a thorn in team sides. And it wouldn't surprise me at all if they go to the Super Bowl next year. Good for Terrion Arnold, man. By the way, the Lions also have some awesome new jerseys, so happy for them. It's a good time to be a Lions fan, man. It really, really is. Packers need OT. Give me Guyton. I personally would prefer Jordan Morgan to Tyler Guyton, but I mean that's whatever flows your boat. Whatever flows your boat. Also, Graham Barton is still on the board, by the way. So even give me Graham Barton. I mean, Graham Barton is he just seems like a Packer. I mean, you have Zach Tom, Graham Barton. Whew. Sorry, I had to stretch a little bit. Damn, it's already past 11. It's been a good time tonight, guys, by the way. I got to dip. Y'all have fun. Appreciate you coming through. Appreciate you all coming through. It's been a fun time. It has been a fun time. I like Barton, but we need to protect Love's blind side. I mean, he can. He can play left tackle. Graham Barton can play anywhere. Any comment on who the Bills should take? I think they should go A.D. Mitchell, but that's just me. I like A.D. Mitchell a lot. I'm an A.D. Mitchell, I would say stan, I guess, but I like A.D. a lot. And I know there's some concerns with him off the field, but I would love for the Bills to take A.D. Mitchell. If Xavier Worthy goes in the first round, I would be pretty disappointed. NFC North going to be tough. It will absolutely be tough. I mean, it will absolutely be tough. I mean, the Vikings get JJ McCarthy. They get Dallas Turner. The Bears get Caleb. They get Rome. I mean, look at how much the NFC North has improved just tonight, man. Just look at how much the NFC North has really improved tonight. I mean, it's like, guys, the NFC North is going to be an absolute bloodbath. Especially, what if JJ works out? Like, what if JJ works out? Then you have Jordan Love, Caleb Williams, JJ McCarthy. I mean, like I said, what if JJ works out? I mean, the division is going to be a bloodbath. Do I think Troy Franklin could go in the first? From what I've read, the league's a lot lower on Franklin. I like Troy, but apparently the league is a lot lower on Troy. But I like him. NFC North might be the best division in football. I don't entirely disagree. It is going to be one of the best divisions, not just this year, but for the future, man. Even for Caleb, I hope they just run NFL rookie QB 101, running in safe passes. I mean, they'll ease him in. Pick is in for Green Bay. I would be pretty surprised if this isn't DeJean. Cooper, DeJean, or Graham Barton is my guess. But I will ultimately go with Cooper, DeJean. I think I've guessed Cooper twice tonight. Oh, I accidentally capitalized his names, but that's fine. That's fine. But no, guys, this is, like I said, this has been an awesome time. I do want Cooper to get drafted because I'm just gonna say every adjective you can think of here. I mean, you know what's coming. Look, he's a quicker than fast. Quicker than fast is a good one. Quicker than fast. Lunch pail's another good one. Lunch pail works hard. First one in. What is it? First one in, last one out. Love it. Wasn't sure if the Bills trading up for Brian Thomas would have been worth it. Love the content. Oh, it would have been. I mean, I would have been fine with that. I would have loved that. Would have loved that for the Bills. I would just be kind of surprised that this pick right here is not DeJean or Barton. Same time next year, of course. I mean, this was my first time doing this, and I was really nervous, like, of how it was gonna go. But it's been great. It's been great. It's been a good time. Like I said, I did it last year, so I was in the second round, but already some reports saying that Kirk was surprised by the pick for the Falcons. There's no doubt in my mind Kirk was surprised. There's no doubt Kirk was surprised. Like I'm saying this, but Kirk wouldn't have signed there if he thought there was any possibility. That was the whole point of leaving Minnesota. Here we go. Sorry. Green Bay's on the clock. Hopefully we just get the announcement.
With the 25th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Green Bay Packers and hosts for the 2025 NFL Draft select Jordan Morgan,
Wow.
tackle, Arizona.
I like it. I mean, I'm a little surprised. Like, I don't hate it. I just would have thought with... I mean, I just thought... The thing is I like Jordan Morgan. I like Jordan Morgan a lot. I just think that Graham Barton's a superior prospect. I mean, I'm gonna give it a B. I like Jordan, though. I just would have thought it's just kind of a shock. That's all. Jordan Morgan, I'm gonna give it a B. Like I said, I still do think that Graham Barton is a superior player. And to be honest, I'm kind of surprised that we're 25 picks in. By the way, I'm just surprised that, let me finish this train of thought. I'm surprised that Jordan Morgan is the pick with Graham Barton there. Still like him as a player, but gotta say I've enjoyed this much more than Goodell. Waffling, appreciate it. Like your analysis, appreciate it. I do appreciate everyone being in here, by the way. Shout out Tucson, bear down. Appreciate it, Steve, Joel, appreciate it, fellas. Pick is in already for the Bucks. How would I rate Kingsley Suamataia from BYU? I think he's definitely like a tier below. Hold on here. I want to find... I mean, I like Kingsley. I'm not the biggest, like, oh, like, let me, I gotta, force Kingsley in the first round. Let me find out where I had Kingsley. I had him at 55 on my board in my top 150. Like I said, I like him, but I think there's a clear gap between Graham Barton and, let me go in here, between Graham Barton, Tyler Guyton, and then Kingsley. I think there's a gap, like a close to a half a round gap. So I like Kingsley as a development, but I would not be the biggest fan of, like, first round. And I'm assuming you didn't mean first round. I think you were just assuming in general. But guess for my Niners selection, probably Nate Wiggins. Nate Wiggins just, like, every mock, I couldn't find a home for Nate, and it just seems like that's where it's going to go. Let's see, Tampa on the clock. I'm just going to probably keep forcing Graham Barton just because it makes so much sense. He's such a good player. But, no, I mean, it's, Troy Fautanu needs to be gone. Yeah, the Falcons fans are pissed. I actually can't wait to go, like, look at some Falcons forums and just see, like, what... I just can't wait to... I cannot wait to go see, like, how they feel. Justin Jefferson signs his contract by next week. I can bet money on it. I think that's what Josh Metellus was talking about earlier on Twitter. I hope so. I was so excited this week just because of... Justin Jefferson posted some, like, Drake lyric as a quote, and it was like, oh... It was like got my money, call it fortune tell or something, and it was like... So he's getting an extension, and because it's a Drake lyric, like, we're going to get Drake Maye, like, oh, like, let's go. And then, yeah, look, JJ's our guy, though. JJ is a winner. Do you think Drake Maye won a national championship in North Carolina? No. Obviously not, because he's not a winner like JJ is. So, I'm kidding, by the way. But, no, I do think JJ will get extended soon. And even if he doesn't, I'm not worried. I'm not, like, they're going to get it done. They're going to get it done. I'm not worried about that. Thoughts on Chargers trade up for AD or DeJean? I would like them to get AD Mitchell. I would very much like that. Stetson Bennett is a winner too. Indeed. Charles. Let's see here. Falcons fans. I mean, they have to be seething. Like I said, they have to be. There's no outcome of that where you are like, this is awesome. I mean, unless of course Penix works out and becomes like a great quarterback, but like on this specific night, there's no chance that you're sitting here like, yeah, this is good. This is fun. There's no chance. All right. Let's see here. Thoughts on the Byron Murphy pick? I like it a lot. I like it a lot, and I will be doing a round 1 recap, so that we'll eventually get to the round 1 recap, and I love it. I mean, the Seahawks desperately need to get better on the interior defensive line. Teams have just ran down their throats the past couple years, so I like it. People on Twitter are saying it's a smart pick. I would be surprised by that. Twitter is a very reactionary app. I take blame in that too. I do the same thing, by the way. So, like, but, excuse me. The whole, like, if Kirk Cousins goes down with an injury, he had his first injury this year in 12 years. Like, it's not like he's an injury-prone player. And then it's like, if you're going to bring up the injury part with Kirk, like, Penix had 4 injuries in 4 years, so it just surprised me all the way around. Mark Andrews says diabetes. He's one of the best in the league. Mitchell will be a dog forever. Get some agree with that. I love AD Mitchell. They say Kirk Cousins is a bit stunned, to say the least. I mean, yeah, imagine, I mean, I would be surprised if, well, I mean, she might, I don't know, but imagine, like, Julie Cousins sitting down watching the draft with Kirk, and Kirk's like, we took who? That's, I just wish I could have been a fly in the wall. Rappaport is on the screen yapping about something. Don't know what he's going on about, but the Bucs have actually won 3 straight division titles. That's crazy. I just didn't even think about it because of the 8-9 year with Tom, and then yeah, I mean they beat the Eagles this year in the wild card round. Times just go, man. You just forget about it. All right, imagine getting the bag and then getting replaced. I mean, yeah, that's kind of what happened. Well, at least not yet, but I mean it will eventually. Seems like they're going slower now. I mean, 11:15, they got to stretch it out to probably midnight. Let's see here. The Bucs are about to draft. Let's see who we got. Not yet. They're still showing everything. I think it makes sense for the Falcons to take a quarterback, but not this early in Kirk's contract to make it look like they don't believe in him. I mean, I think that would be the common sense belief. I'm with you. Like, you give him $180 million. I'm gonna discuss that in the recap. Like, I don't get it, but we'll I mean, everybody's thinking. I mean, I would imagine everybody's thinking the same thing. I don't think there's been any like crazy picks yet in the first round though. Like in terms of like bad value. You know what I mean? Here comes Roger. Bucks pick. I'm calling Graham Barton. Didn't call it, by the way, but here it is.
In the 2024 NFL Draft, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers select Graham Barton.
Woo! Good pick for Tampa, especially with Ryan Jensen retiring. I don't know if that was last offseason. I think it was last, but no. Look, it's a good pick. Graham Barton is a beast. He can play anywhere up front. Love the pick. He's a great offensive lineman, and I would honestly give I'll give the Graham Barton pick. Especially for the value. I thought Graham was a borderline top 20 player in this class. Especially for the value, I do give the Graham Barton pick an A+ grade. I mean, I love it, man. Now, I will go ahead and say this here. It's probably going to upset some people, but we're 26 picks in. My intention is to have the round 1 recap out as soon as the draft ends. So I'm going to get off now. I'm going to wait till 27. Well, I'm going to get off now. I'm going to watch 27 and 28 and then recap everything. So I appreciate everyone coming through, truly, because this is my first time doing this. I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty nervous about this, but I'm glad you guys enjoyed, and like I said, I'm glad for everyone that was here through this. But the round 1 recap will be out. Honestly, at this point, I'll say within the hour, because I have to record it and then make the thumbnail and everything. But I'll probably be live again tomorrow. I appreciate everyone coming through. Appreciate everyone, all the super chats, everybody that came through, and you'll see more content from me in an hour. All right, so